that stream.
Yeah, the stream.
You gotta have a strong stream.
Hi there, Internet.
Hey, Internet.
I mean, howdy, Internet.
Howdy, Internet.
Hey there, Internet. Good to see you.
Hello, Internet.
Hey,
Hey.
how you doing, Internet?
I'm prepared for a tweet.
What the fuck are you doing, Internet? I thought I told you not to come here. I need some water for my
You
mouth.
don't
Like
have to
out the
say it
toilet?
like that.
Yes.
Like out the toilet. Man, it's been a long time since we've had a BMFcast on a Monday.
Yeah?
Sure has.
I predict we will have 4 people watching.
Probably.
What are you looking at? Did I miss something?
I don't know. Just the way you're like, what are you looking at? Just trying to pick a fight.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to know what he's looking at.
What are you looking at?
No,
what
I'm
are
actually-
you looking at, asshole smart?
I'm actually interested in what you're looking at.
Oh. What are you looking at?
Charles, your shirt
I
fell,
meant no
so I put it on
offense.
your bag.
Well, thanks.
His shirt's on him. What are you talking about?
His fancy go-to-meeting shirt.
Oh.
Go to my PC shirt.
Go to meeting.
Mhm.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Go to meeting. So no theme this month, huh?
The theme is we have discs to watch.
Mm.
Theme is we own this now.
Sweet.
What's up there, Squeaky Frome?
Is there a tweet?
Yes.
Did you make? You made tweet?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
You made? Where's tweet? Why? How come no tweet? Their tweet.
Someone's trying to break into my Blizzard account, which I didn't even know I had.
If you... No, that's the wrong game. Never mind. Or is it?
What?
Destiny. Is that a Blizzard thing?
Destiny
Yeah,
2
yes.
is.
Yeah. You can get a free Destiny 2 if you sign into Blizzard and do the thing.
Or if you have a PlayStation, because they gave it away too.
That is also true. Hey, there we go. Need to change my name. I'm stuck on Halloweener.
Fuck out of here. I solved that problem by never changing my name.
I know, and you hate everybody else who does.
I don't hate him. I dislike him.
I haven't come up with a good Turkey Day related thing.
Fan of Trip.
It's gotta relate to my name somehow.
Oh. Man, such high Monday energy we have here.
All the time change.
Hi Monday. Yeah, in our favor. And then we got an extra hour of sleep this weekend. We should have more energy.
Still weird.
I didn't.
Still weird. What?
Apparently, my in-law's neighbor decided that 7 a.m. on Sunday was the time to start repairing his fence
Okay.
and cranking Alice Cooper.
Oh.
I hope they don't find his body.
Alice Cooper?
That either.
Yeah. If they do though, they could just like feed their Frankenstein and come back.
Yeah.
Actually, it's Frankenstein's monster.
Get out. So, who's watching right now?
I don't know.
Told you 4. Gonna be 4.
Told you 4.
Hi, anyone out there?
Nope.
Please respond.
Come back.
Like,
Nope.
subscribe, retweet.
They are all reading their sample ballots and studying up.
Break
Okay.
1-9.
because they need to go vote tomorrow. Because if they don't, I will personally hurt them.
It's true. There they go. See, that threat got him in.
See? Yeah.
Don't punch us.
I will go vigilante on you.
All over your
Be like,
face.
why didn't you fucking vote, you fucking idiots?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm now suddenly regretting not going early voting, but not going to stop me from going tomorrow. Just
Goddamn right.
I wish I had motivated myself a little bit more on Saturday and gone early.
I went Friday after work.
Yeah.
I have literally not had a chance to do it at any point. So
I just got super lazy on Saturday.
So you're going tomorrow, right?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Tomorrow, I've already told my boss. I'm like, I don't know how long the line's going to be, but I will come here after there, and I will have a sticker to show for it.
Mm-hmm. That's your pass. You're legally
Yep.
allowed to show your sticker
Yep, and
and keep your job.
and what it will likely be a horrible sense of disappointment at my entire country.
Yep. But you will have a sticker at least.
Yeah.
Free stickers are good.
And, like we did with the previous election, we will go down south and play pinball.
And drink.
Yes.
God, I drank a lot.
I'm hoping this is going to be more celebratory, though.
Either way,
That
it's
that
either going to be
SNL
celebratory pinball or sadness pinball.
That SNL commercial could not have been more accurate
Yeah.
than anything. Like, with all of them just going, "We're gonna take it back. It's gonna happen." And then the mom was like, "Go inside, kids. Go the fuck inside."
Are we a bit
Really?
Are we a bit quiet? Do I need to be louder?
Is our audio low?
Do I need to
don't-
shout?
Not here.
I mean,
I feel like
I
I'm
don't
slightly
think
quiet.
anything's different.
You
We
should
sound
turn up
fine.
your speakers.
We're tweaking.
I'm
I'm-
I'm seeing normal levels.
Yeah.
I am not tweaking. Okay, I tweaked a little bit.
Have you adjusted your volume?
Caller,
Perhaps turn your radio up.
man.
Turn up your radio.
For what?
I need the music.
And rip the knob off.
That's No Nut November. Don't rip your knob
Oh,
off.
Well, it'll help.
yeah. Then you can nut.
Maybe that's what will make you nut.
I appreciate that my boss had a beard and shaved for the first time on November 1st. And I'm like, yeah, Movember. Crank it up.
Yeah.
So now he's been clean shaven since then.
What? Why?
Why? I don't know. He got sick of having a beard.
That's
What an idiot.
dumb.
Yeah.
So I don't.
We even
really-
convinced him to get a beard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he grew one. This guy.
Yeah, I realized I only have to shave every few days. So,
It's great.
yeah, why would I not grow a beard? Be
So
a
what-
fucking idiot.
What's
not
the
to.
purpose behind the No Nut November? Like what?
It's just a dumb internet thing.
That's it.
Wait,
like,
what?
The internet has decided that November is the month to not do anything you like.
To not masturbate.
But why? I mean,
yeah.
is it
It
for
was-
a purpose?
No.
It probably started as some fucking dank meme.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or it's an
I-
incel thing
And then
that
everyone-
everybody
yeah.
made a joke out of.
I mean,
it's
is it
like,
like-
yeah, I'm not going to jerk off either.
Well,
It's
I'm
like,
saying, is it no nut period, or like if you have assistance, does that count?
Nope, no nut.
Thou shalt not
Refuse nut.
ejaculate.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay.
Why?
Well, I was just seeing where the line was drawn. That was
I don't fucking know.
Sympathy with the incels.
No.
No.
Absolutely
No
not.
one should have sympathy for them in any capacity.
Well, I don't know any
whatsoever.
rational human being who's participating in this, so therefore,
Yeah, man.
fucking nut, you fuckers.
Yeah.
fucking nut, you fuckers.
We here at the BMFcast encourage you to yank your crank.
Yeah, we might do it in the middle of the show. We don't know.
I
Just
mean,
might.
Yeah. We might take our shirts off. We don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey,
I'm one down.
There's a level. It's $1,000.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that level.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but that's my personal threshold. Somebody drops that kind of coin on me,
Yeah.
shirt's coming off. I'm gonna pop this shirt off.
I don't know whether to encourage this or not.
Don't.
No?
Show me the money.
Show him some money.
All right then.
That feels like a high price for just shirt coming off. I'm just,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not
Yeah,
trying to
that's totally
devalue
fucking
you.
rip off.
The market's
I don't
up.
I don't care if it's a high price. That's
That's
my
his price.
Okay. Well, your price is unreasonable. That's what I'm saying. I would haggle.
Shop around.
Yeah. Oh, I will.
Yeah. You would never have made it in low-budget filmmaking.
Don't care. I don't know what their prices are, Bill.
Oh,
So-
shit. I'm way cheaper. Like, I might.
So
just
you
do
might
it.
be able for a grand,
I might just
you
do
might
it
be able to get
right
all
now
of this.
because I don't
Yeah,
know.
just
like,
give me a kind word and I'll take my shirt off.
you
Yeah.
never know. It just might happen.
Yeah. I'm already
Chuck.
planning on jacking it all
I
weekend,
mean-
so I mean.
Chuck, I think you're nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a history of taking off my shirt.
Oh man, yesterday was Good Butts Day, and nobody told me it was Good Butts Day.
What does that mean?
Look in the chat.
I know. I see what it says. What does it mean?
It means good
I don't know.
cigarette butts.
I will celebrate Good Butts.
He's got a great ass.
Today's National Redheads Day.
Is it? Son of a bitch.
It's no Soul November.
Yeah.
National Redheads Day. Huh?
Yeah.
Today.
Celebrate the redheads.
remember the gingers of November.
Yep.
What's tomorrow?
Hell.
Good fucking you better vote, you sons of bitches day.
Yes, that's what it is.
Okay.
Wait, there's an election tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
Thursday.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
I hear Thanksgiving's on a Thursday this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
It is the earliest it can be
Yeah.
this month.
Yeah, those late Thanksgivings can eat a dick.
Yeah, they're pretty bad.
Not like a November 28th
rather
Thanksgiving.
have turkey, personally, but, you know, you do you.
Tomorrow is National Nachos Day and National Saxophone Day.
Well, what about the redheads?
That
That's
was
today.
That was
Oh, that's
today.
today?
Yes.
National Love
Yeah.
Your Red Hair Day.
Oh.
And it was National Donut Day. I could have eaten a donut today, guilt-free.
You could do that any day.
I know.
Yeah. Welcome to my world.
Just fucking eat a donut, man.
Yeah.
I don't work out as much as you do, so
I don't
can't
work
fucking-
out anymore.
Eat a fucking donut.
I just don't get to sit down at my job. I'm always on my feet doing
See,
He's always
I don't work
burning.
out that much.
Yeah. Oh, I did put on 8 pounds in 8 days on my vacation.
Nice, good for you. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, it's
It's a cool new YouTube series you're doing.
Yeah.
8 pounds in 8 days.
Mackie Spurlock
you can gain a
presents.
pound a day. Just follow my plan.
It's a weird
Eat
sequel
and
to that
drink whatever
Will
the
Smith movie.
fuck you want that day. And
Step
then
one.
go to sleep. And then the next day when you get up, you eat and drink whatever the fuck you want for another day.
Do you have to do it in Guy Fieri voice? Is that
Yes.
the only way it works? Okay.
Yes.
Well, I celebrated a little.
Smother that shit in donkey sauce. Shove it down your maw.
Spend a week in Flavor Town.
Leave them all alone.
They they had that fucking Guy Fieri like Burger Town thing on the cruise back in March,
yeah.
whenever that was.
Yeah.
That was the burgers were actually really
Yeah,
good.
this food's actually pretty because it's
And,
just
like,
shit.
Man,
but
it's
good
fucking
shit.
garbage food. It's like, hey, you want a burger
Yeah.
that tastes like a fucking burger should?
Yeah.
Eat one of these fucking things. Put some donkey sauce on it. You know what it is? Mayonnaise and some other shit, but it tastes
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
So put it in your face. And I think we ate there like 6 times.
Yep.
3 days.
Jen will leave that shit on like on Food Network because she needs the TV on to go to sleep, and like they'll have reruns of his show, and you can tell when he doesn't like something because he'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's a burger, all right." You know, it's like, yeah, he's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
he hates this burger. He fucking hates this burger."
Yeah, that's some pizza.
Yeah. That's what he'll do. Like he'll just be like, he'll name the thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's donkey, all right.
Does it taste like ass?
Yeah.
Flavor time.
It warms my heart a little bit to discover that he actually seems to be a really cool dude.
He secretly does good things.
Secretly does a whole bunch of good
Yeah.
shit. And I'm like,
Like just drives his food truck to hurricane victims.
Would you
Like
say that
everyone-
he's an all-star?
he would.
That's the thing. Like everyone loves to make fun of him, but he totally owns who he is.
Sure.
He does.
And there's something to be said for that. You know, it's a lot like what our
And he's
stuff,
not a
where
bad-
we love movies that are like genuinely like, no man, we're fucking going for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's his whole life.
Yep. And he's not a bad guy doing it.
No.
And that is commendable in this day and age. Shouldn't be. Shouldn't get a goddamn gold medal for being a cool dude, but
Yeah,
That's where we are.
just wait though. He'll show up at a Trump rally or something. and it'll
God,
be
no.
just-
I'm pretty sure he's I don't think he can be. I don't think he can be that kind of man.
Okay. Fair enough.
Like, he supports good things. So,
He's got a wife and kids that love him, so
Yeah.
hey, man,
Sure.
His wife's
Who
been to
cares?
Flavor Town a couple times.
just just never go on Twitter. That's all he has to do.
Yeah.
He just has to stay off the internet, and really, that's a lesson to be learned by all of us. Just don't go on the internet,
It really is.
especially Twitter.
Yeah, never go on Twitter.
But if you do, follow us at BMFcast.com or
I've-
.BMFcast.
Right.
I don't know how Twitter works.
Yeah.
I've moved mine off of the main page of my phone. Like they were on the main page. Now they're in a folder.
Ah.
I really should
Social
do that.
media.
Mine's still in the dock of my phone. That's what's really
Oh,
good.
mine's in the dock.
No, you
It's right there.
Yep, that's where
Chuck.
mine is. What?
take it out the dock.
I
You
don't-
don't want it on every screen. You don't need Twitter like that.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. I have Instagram now. I haven't been on. I rarely go on Twitter. I'm on Twitter at work because
My problem
it
is
just,
people don't update on Instagram often enough.
Oh, you need to follow people I follow.
Oh, no.
I don't
follow
understand
that.
Instagram. It's just
You
pictures, right?
You follow
Like,
a bunch of
there's
Insta
nothing-
hoes?
Yeah, it's pictures.
But why? I don't know. It's-
You just follow like hot girls and cute dogs and pinball machines, and you've got just entertainment for days.
I follow hot dogs and cute girls. Really, just pictures of hot dogs.
Hot dogs, not hot dog. Hey, let's do a podcast.
Oh, right. Yes, we're here for that.
Yeah, we don't want to make the filmmaker mad if he ever stumbles across this live stream.
Sorry.
This podcast is longer than my movie.
I
Yeah,
assume that's the noise he'd make.
I don't believe George Armitage is still alive, is he?
He was alive enough to do commentary on this Blu-ray.
He's born in
Oh, really?
1942. There's a real good chance he is.
Oh, so he probably voted for fucking
Oh, he
Trump.
He directed Grosse Point Blank.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
Okay.
You would not know that watching
wouldn't.
this.
Man, he's been working for a long time and not done very much.
Yeah, he paces
That's
himself.
really weird.
I have another cute dog for you to follow,
Yeah.
Chuck. I'm going to send it to you on. Do you have Discord open?
Yes.
You have it on your phone.
I mean, he took 11 years to make Miami Blues from his last thing.
Miami Blues is a dope movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess well, yeah. Weird. Weird.
It is weird.
What a
My
strange
friend at
career.
work, Leanne, her cute Morky.
On it. Got it. Following it.
Got another one for you.
I like hitting like on dogs.
You
I
like
just wish
cat-
I
you
just
like
wish the
cats?
dogs could know.
Oh, they know.
You like cats?
Sure.
Cute cats?
Yeah, pics of cats are all right.
I got another one for you. I got you. Boom.
Thanks.
Dogstagram's really good.
Yeah.
Got you, fam.
Thanks, friend.
Is Twitter still busted where like if you link to Instagram, it'll just say instagram.com/whatever and it
Yeah,
won't show
it doesn't.
the picture?
Yeah, it doesn't.
Because
show
it
the picture.
used to.
It did.
And then
They took it away.
Twitter broke it.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
can't wait till they get rid of the like button.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Because
It'll just be people shouting into the ether.
yeah, it's gonna be so great.
Am I saying something good?
And
I
people
don't
like
know.
me with private accounts, I'll never know
Yeah.
if anyone gives a shit what I'm saying.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
Mhm.
There's something to be said for it.
It's gonna be fun. Good times.
All right. I don't know. Work here.
Let's do a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Recording podcast.
We're recording podcast.
Oh, we are recording. Good.
Cool.
That's a good sign.
All right, and welcome to the BMFcast.
Hey,
Episode 443.
Ooh.
Hell yeah!
Is that the
Wow.
weed number?
No.
Sorry. Afraid not. So I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
I'm Chuck.
And what we do each and every episode of this here BMFcast is we go and we watch ourselves a quote-unquote bad movie. Come in here and talk about it for the first half, and then we rate them. Good bad movies, enjoyable bad movies. They get 1 to 5 jocks, and robot jocks.
Robot jocks. Has robots in it.
It does, and jocks. However, there are bad movies. This is stay away. They get a negative sliding scale, 1 to 5 bags, as in giant bags of trash.
Boo.
Which they belong.
Get the fuck out.
Yeah, so we're free of Spooky Month, and we are just doing some shit that we've had piled up on the shelf.
We've got piles of stuff.
yeah, piles of stuff to watch, and
We're gonna watch it.
it led us to 1976's Vigilante Force.
Right.
That did not make it into Force Month.
No.
but now it has been watched.
It
And
forced its way in.
It did. It did.
I was thinking of saving it for January Michael Vincent, but
Can we do a Vanuary Michael Vincent? Is there? Can we
I
find
don't
some-
think there's an we
Van
watched all
Michael
the Van
Vincent.
movies there
Yeah.
were, really.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Van nice.
But let's get a quick plot summary of this here movie out of the way, I guess, and talk more about it.
Let's get it out of the way.
After oil is found in a small town and a local factory shut down, violent crime skyrockets. A young man has had enough and calls in his older brother, a cynical Vietnam vet who cleans the street but then tries to take over the town.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about that factory business.
That first sentence is news to me because this movie doesn't start with anything but
Well, no,
chaos.
they did. Well, they did mention it. Like, there was talk in the bar because they were like,
Okay.
they were basically like, there's a lot of like local people that have been there a long time. They're out of work, thus crime, and a bunch of new people who
okay.
have no respect for the town because they're
They're new.
they're new and they just there for oil money.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
that makes sense.
They said that's why crime was just crazy.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
got some regs in this.
Yeah.
Some BMFcast fam.
Sure. Yes, fam, as they're known.
Uh-huh.
At least when we speak to them.
Yes.
We're like, you're BMFcast fam.
Right.
And because you guys talked so much in the Discord,
Yeah.
I have to scroll up like 50 pages to
Oh,
find it.
Sorry, you didn't pin it. We usually pin them.
Forgot to pin it.
Oh well. Sorry.
Hang on. Oh, there's the, There's the, okay, there's that too. All right. That chick saluting. I like that.
Yeah, that's
GIF.
good.
That's a good GIF.
Yeah, it's a good GIF.
Yeah. So anyway, director George Armitage.
Mm-hmm.
He wrote The Last of the Finest,
Yes.
a BMFcast extra movie.
Correct.
He also directed Gross Point Blank later on in his career, which you would not know by watching this, but
Yeah, his career's odd.
yeah,
Let's just say that. Like, he's like doing Terrence Malick style breaks between movies,
Yeah.
and then they're not anything like the last one. So
He must just have money and didn't need to work. He just worked when he wanted to.
man, that must be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Chris Christopherson of Convoy,
Yeah.
and also Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah.
It says for some reason. Okay.
Why did you include?
No Quarters is a video game podcast we
Oh,
do
for
where
God's
we
sake.
talked about Fallout New Vegas.
When
we did.
We did.
I don't think any of us ever really played it.
Should have.
That's what I hear.
Thanks, Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and didn't this movie come out like right before A Star Is Born?
Oh, yeah.
Where it's kind of like, oh yeah, Chris Christopherson.
Yeah. He was not Chris Christopherson yet
No.
as far as like movies go.
Nope. Jan Michael Vincent
Mm-hmm.
of Hooper and Alienator. I forgot he was an Alienator.
Yeah.
Paul Gleason from Doc Savage. And as Chuck listed, a special surprise guest with 7 BMFcast appearances.
Mm-hmm.
We could just go ahead and spoil that.
And he was also in Gremlins.
Yes. Also in Gremlins.
His most famous
Oh,
role.
Phoebe Cates
Yes.
was in this movie.
Yes.
He was-
He. Phoebe Cates.
He became.
No, he be Cates. I be not Cates.
Nah, Dick Miller.
Yeah.
Dick Miller, yes. Dick Miller's in this.
Good old Dick Miller.
Yep, because
Briefly.
this is a Corman production, although this is a Gene Corman
Corman.
production.
Is Gene Corman related to?
They are brothers.
They are brothers. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so didn't I say that at the beginning of the
yes.
movie?
I thought you were being knowledgeable.
No, I was being
Rogers'
dumb.
brother.
Why would you think that of BJ? How long have you known him?
Occasionally he
doing
knows a
this-
thing.
I've been doing this for 9 years and I still don't know a fucking thing about it.
Fair enough.
Yeah. There's some other people in this that like aren't previous BMFcast alums, but I guess they are now, like
Yeah.
Bernadette Peters and Victoria Principal.
Man,
The Bernadette Peters principal?
Yes, exactly.
I had forgotten that Victoria Principal is super hot.
Yeah. She
Yeah,
reminds
This
you of
movie
that.
reminded me.
Yeah. She is constantly in model pose. Like whenever
Yeah.
the camera is on her, she's just like, gee, my hair smells terrific. You know, it's like, look at me, bounce, behave, you know.
Also, her character is an idiot.
Well, there's one scene where she literally is doing the shampoo hair flip.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it cuts to her and she just stands up and goes, whoosh.
For no reason.
No
reason.
Other than it looks nice.
But yeah, she's dumb.
Yeah.
It's weird. She asks about. There are about 4 questions she asks in this movie, and they're all like, "Did you eat lead paint as a child,
Yeah.
and also not go to school?"
Yeah. It's a continuing series of questions that almost leads up to when is the 4th of July.
Right.
Yeah.
When is the 4th of July?
Yeah.
right after the 3rd of July.
Oh.
Yep.
That's,
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
right before the 5th of July.
So you guys remember Bucktown?
I was gonna say, yeah, this is
This is Bucktown.
Yep.
Except with white people.
Yeah, exactly.
Bucktown with white people.
Right.
So, Fucktown.
No,
no,
actually, no.
No.
Fucko Town. I don't know.
Yes, Fucko Town.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome to Fucko Town.
Fiddly-dee, welcome to Fucko Town.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's that.
But where Jan Michael Vincent is in the Fred Williamson role,
Mm-hmm.
and Chris Christopherson is in the Thamas Rasulala
Rasulala.
role.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're dancing around because, like,
Oh, yeah, that is exactly the...
Yeah, it totally is.
Yeah, it's Bucktown.
Yeah.
this movie, I mean, there's a lot of things that happen, but, like, on a plot, like a point-by-point basis, there's not a lot that happens.
No, not
No.
really.
That's what's weird. It's like, like, to try to describe the plot of this movie, it's real basic.
Yep.
But there's cool action things that happen periodically, or a lot, actually.
First 5 minutes is a fucking just bar fight extravaganza
Yeah.
of this
Man.
shit town.
And then, like, every 10 minutes, there's another bar fight
Yeah.
that lasts 5 minutes for the rest of the movie.
Well, at first, okay, so, like, the opening scene, it's a Donnybrook in a bar, and you're like, wow, okay, this is crazy rootin' tootin' town. There's, like, gambling happening. There's ladies dancing on tables.
People getting shot in the street.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're like, wow, this is crazy and kind of fun. And then, like, yeah, it just...
Oh, yeah, no, someone gets murdered at the bar.
Yeah, well, pickup trucks, like, that, I think it's later, like, the
Okay.
pickup truck riding down the street just randomly shooting guns in the air. I was like, oh, maybe I don't want to go to this town.
Yeah, and they murder a police car. They throw a Molotov cocktail into it and just shoot it with shotguns. Until
Well, that's
it's-
that's after defenestrating the poor cop that tried
Yes.
to break up the Donnybrook.
Correct.
And
I
then
think
there's
they
like, fuck
killed
this
a
car.
bunch of cops in that first scene. They're like 4 or 5 cops died
Well,
or something
it's
like that.
it's another scene after the water main break where the sheriff is just like, golly gee, it's so wacky here in not Bucktown. And, that's when, like, it seems like a bank robbery happens or something, and cops chase after them, and they get shotgunned to death because they don't know how to hide behind anything.
People in this movie don't know how to take cover.
No.
They think that you get in front of the cover.
Yes. That's bad. Don't do
Yeah.
that. But everyone's surprisingly good-natured about Crime Town. Like, how this isn't just a...
People react very nonchalantly to murder.
Yes.
I mean, there's no other way to put it. They're just like, huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I got to wonder, like, the National Guard's been around for a while, right? I mean, we've had that
I think so, yeah.
for many years,
Sure.
right? And it's weird to me
I'm
that...
willing
like,
to say yes. Before the 70s, the
yes,
National Guard
I mean, I would say
existed.
at least
Yeah.
before the 70s, but the 70s really acted like, nah, if shit goes wrong in your town, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody coming to help you.
Yeah, no one even makes a phone call.
Like, nobody, like, remotely even says, like, maybe we should, like, shit's gone real bad here. Like, maybe call in the National Guard.
Yeah.
Like, let's have some martial law here.
They don't mind shooting American citizens.
It's just,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
it's
they're
just-
in California. It's not like they're in, like, Montana or
Exactly.
some lawless land. It's fucking
I
California.
feel like we went through a lot. Been through a lot of these movies where it's like, dude, fucking call someone.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, they do.
well, they do
Because yeah, their genius ideas. Hey, Jan Michael Vincent, your brother was in Nam.
yeah, we get a little bit of like hanging out, getting to know the people in town, and all this stuff, and Jan Michael Vincent is just smiling his fucking toothy, almost Dennis Quaid style smile.
He's
all
real
throughout
happy
town. Yeah.
and just-
then just like, oh man, things are bad, and man, these cops got shot right in front of me, and like while I was trying to take my daughter to school, because like he owns like a tractor repair business
does,
or something
yeah.
like that, and he's got a daughter and a dead wife, so
Mm-hmm.
it's just him. But he's he's doing all right because he's dating Victoria Principal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then it's like all that's well and good, and he has a session where he goes to see her, and she's like staying in some weird boarding home or something like that.
Yeah.
So like there's all this like setup where it's like, yeah, look at this town, but also it's shitty, but look, it's nice too, and also it's shitty, and
It's
then
just flavor.
And then just the cops get murdered on the street in front of him while his employee is shielding his daughter
Yeah.
from the gunfire, and another random bystander gets shot, and then he's just like, oh man, I got to go talk to the sheriff. We've had enough. You need help. And he's like, I've got a force of 4 now at this point. Mm-hmm. He's like, well, then we need to call in some people. And he's like, what about my brother? He's a war hero.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know. He caused some trouble. Everyone basically tries to talk him out of it, and he's just like, no, who else are you going to call? It's like, fine, you make a point.
Good
So-
point.
So he goes to like, I guess L.A. I think his brother's working on like LAX something.
That's what it looks like. LAX.
guarding a blimp or something like that.
But they didn't show that iconic
Yeah.
domey looking
They just
thing.
showed
So
the warehouse.
Yeah, but like hangar, I believe is what they're called.
Whatever. Plain warehouse.
Yes.
welcome to Plane Warehouse. We have
Discount planes.
white sheets. Well,
Whoa.
Sorry,
Whoa.
I was trying to think of like plain housewares, and that was the first thing. I was like linens.
That means
and then I was
something
gonna
totally
move on
different
to
now.
furniture, white furniture, and white carpets,
Right.
and white plates,
Right.
a white room with white curtains.
With black curtains.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway,
moving on.
right, yes. Okay.
Yes, all right.
But yeah, and he kind of reluctantly agrees to this, but he's like, come back at 3:00, meet me at this place we once went. And
Yeah,
at
meet
first,
me at the Bamboo Club.
yeah, at first he was like, he's going to recruit Chris Christopherson, and in his mind, in the matter of hours from when he first meets him in the hangar to meeting him at this shitty bar, he's gone, well, let me call in all of my nom-buddies, and I'm going to bring your entire police force with you, a vigilante force, if you will.
Yeah.
And so yeah, he's like, here's 6 guys that I did some tours with. Yeah, we're going to be your police force, and they just all roll in and get
sworn in.
yeah,
and-
get sworn in and appointed deputies, and for like a day or two, they're kind of riding around trying to stop some bar fights and other random shit happening in the street.
Man, there's this there's this one drunk guy that this other guy hates, and he fights him for a while, and they fight for a long time, and then Chris Christopherson breaks it up and throw them both in the back of the truck, and they keep fighting in the back of the truck, and then they spill out of the truck and keep fighting, and it just goes on and on and on.
Yeah, but he's playing the good guy for like a couple of days.
Yeah.
and then immediately he's like calls in some shady casino dude or something like that.
Yeah.
And this is the first time where it's like, oh, he's got some other business going on, because he calls in this guy. He's like, hey, you cut me in, and you can open this casino at this old roadhouse, and blah blah blah. And this guy's just, I'm gonna make some calls. I'm gonna get some tables and cages and roulette wheels, and we're gonna fucking go to town.
Yep.
While he's still kind of pretending to be a good cop, he meets Bernadette Peters, who's singing in this shit bar.
Yes.
Singing very badly.
Yeah, which is weird, because like they were like, she can sing. She has albums.
Yeah.
Bernadette Peters is a singer,
Yeah.
and they were like making her sing off key. Dick Miller playing the piano. This is his brief appearance in the movie.
Well, so this bar, the area where she's singing, the area where she's singing.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
that songbird was a singing.
Is like the normal bar area, and it's got some fantastic like red wallpaper, but the back room that you can access through the employees only door is where there's all sorts of fucking gambling, like every single kind of backroom illegal gambling that you can imagine is going on there. And this is the front room, which is the front
Just for normal folk.
for normal folk,
For drinking and listening to singing.
But
Yeah.
they make fun of her being a bad singer for a while, and there's actually some pretty good jokes.
Yeah.
Because like there's 2 guys watching her, and one's just like,
Well, it's the doorman.
yeah, the doorman's like, I'm just waiting for her to sing, and he's like, well, you got to go out and do your job or whatever. He's like, but I want to hear her sing. And he's like, well, if that happens, I'll come out and get you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's shitty because they're making fun of this lady who actually can sing, that's having to not be able to sing.
Yeah.
in this
It's-
movie.
It's like Marky Mark and Boogie Nights.
Right.
It's just like this struggle to like.
Except I don't know
I'd
that
say
he
more
can't
Julianne Moore in Boogie Nights,
Okay.
where she's actually a good actress who has to
Oh.
pretend to be a bad actress.
Sure.
Yeah, because we don't really know how Marky Mark sings. I'm guessing not well. You do remember he wasn't a singer. He was like, come on.
Yeah.
Feel it.
Right.
That's just him talking.
Right. I know, but at least he could talk on key.
Right. Anyway.
Could he?
I think he did. Yeah.
What?
He's yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
But he, Chris Christopherson and him and her just like immediately hit it off, I guess, sort of. It's just like, hey, you 2 talk, and this starts my favorite dumb joke that they do in this movie, where he sits down at the bar, she just kind of like tries to blow him off, and then when she finally makes eye contact, she's like, hey, I know you, like Wichita Airport, 1972. And he's like, I was in Vietnam all of 1972, wasn't me.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, okay. And then they go back to like this
fuck hotel.
horror motel. Like literally, it's like it's a
It's
fucking
the horror motel.
Yeah, it's a horror motel.
Yeah.
But it's fucking weird too. But like beyond that,
Got a bunch of like mannequins outside. And
Yeah.
there's a weird dude who's just like, they're like, hey, that's funno, and he's like, they walk by and they're like, have fun, and she's like, hee hee hee, that's fun. And there's like all these weird like 70s like tourist trap statues outside, like Paul Bunyan style bullshit, like things that would get you in the 70s.
Yeah. It's like the entirety of south of the border in one hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But-
accurate.
It's all the bullshit.
Anyway, like so of course they do what you do in a shitty hotel like this, and then
You
the next
fuck.
Fuck.
yeah
You watch cable?
yes.
You fix the cable.
Yeah.
You complain that room service hasn't shown up
the,
yet.
the rooms are filthy, but the ice is free. So
Oh, okay.
Oh no, ISIS is free.
Run.
but yeah, and then like in the morning he's just like putting on his boots and basically goes outside to his vigilante cops showing up to like toss this place and throw everyone out.
Yeah.
And he just kind of like joins in and is like, "Yep, we're doing this." And like they're busting in rooms like get out and then just shotgunning the room.
Yeah, they're just like, we're going to murder this hotel room.
And then he gets to her and she's like, "What the hell?" And he's like, "You're on my team now."
Yeah.
And that's like the end of it. Next thing you know, she just like lives with him. Like there was a whole other scene where he took over this ranch.
Yeah.
Like somebody they knew.
Well,
had
they
a
offered
ranch.
the vigilantes a housing costs,
Right.
and he said, that he would take the ranch if the city would pay for it. And
Sure.
Jan Michael Vincent was like, yeah, anything you want, just clean up the town. He's
Right.
like, all right.
But yeah, so she just like is kind of sort of kidnapped out to this ranch.
Yeah.
But she's just acting all spacey and weird about it the whole time.
Yeah.
But again, she meets somebody else before
The casino guy.
The casino guy is like, "Oh, I know you, like 1968 something something something," and he's like, "I was in prison that entire year,"
Yeah.
and she's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
And then it all pays off. I'm going to skip ahead just because I want to continue this joke.
Go ahead.
When she finally meets Jan Michael Vincent, at one point, he walks up to her and goes, "Hey, I know you, like 1971, something, something, something." She's like, "Oh, you remember?" And that's the end of the fucking joke.
Yep.
Like, as
Yeah.
we were pointing out, it was just this weird superpower where she thought he actually says, like, "Oh, she thinks she remembers everybody."
Yeah, but she remembers them in the grossest ways. It's like, I had sex with you in the
bathroom.
in this airport bathroom. And,
What's gross about that?
well, yeah,
Several things.
yeah.
There's usually some dude there, like, whore bathing in the airport bathroom.
Whore bathing.
Well, I don't know what else you want to call it, but just like that traveler bathing where you're like, I'm just gonna get in a sink and
Scrub my balls.
Tits and pits. That's it.
Yeah.
but
I do like
We
like
call
there's
that the special.
Oh yeah,
I do like the one bit where she's sitting outside just playing guitar, and Chris Christopherson rolls up, and she's like, "You want to hear a song?" And he just walks right by her, and goes, "Nope."
there is one song where she's plucking at
Yeah.
the guitar, kind of actually singing.
By
correctly.
the end, she's gotten good at it,
Yeah.
and then it's over for her.
Well, I think she finally learned how to sing, and is like, I'm getting out of this shit town.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's turning evil, kind of kidnapped her. And then it's-
They've opened up a roadhouse on the outskirts of town, which is their casino,
Right.
That where they're making all the money. They're shutting everything else down just so this place can thrive.
Right. But yeah, his J. Michael Vincent's employee guy
Yeah.
gets like he's doing well at blackjack and like he wins like he triple split sevens in blackjack or something like that and wins all three or something like that.
Yeah, he gets 3 queens in a row on. He gets 3 face cards in a row on all his hands. By the way, his buddy is Andrew Stevens, who. It's really weird watching this because, like, if you watch any erotic thriller in the 80s or 90s, it either stars Andrew Stevens or Jan Michael Vincent. So the two of them being buddies in this is really strange that they just teamed up later to fuck Shannon Tweed in every movie made that came out to video stores. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, speaking of ladies like that, while he's gambling, we get a brief appearance by Lonnie Anderson,
Yeah.
who just comes in and goes like, "Look, tits."
Right.
She's Peaches.
Peaches.
Yeah, yes.
Not blonde, by the way,
Yeah.
which throws you at first, but then it's like, oh, you have cheekbones. You are Lonnie Anderson.
Right.
I recognize you.
But yeah, and they basically just take him outside and rough him up. Like they're like, "Oh, you're doing really well. You want to come to a special game?" Which is just they lure him outside, just kick the shit out of him, and then
Yeah.
Chris Christopherson shows up and like beats the fuck out of his cop buddies,
Yeah.
is like his soldier buddies, and then like rescues this kid. When it's like, well, that took a weird turn.
Well, it's kind of
he's-
justified. He's like, look, leave it up to us.
Yeah.
Don't do this shit. You're
What,
gonna.
was it his friends or was it bouncers?
It was bouncers. It was
Okay,
not his cop
okay,
buddies.
Okay, it wasn't his cop
Yeah.
buddies. Okay.
But yeah, so he's like, look, leave this up to the cops. We can get away with it. Besides, who cares if he was winning? He's still going to come back,
Yeah,
and then
he's-
we get his money.
Well,
so.
he even like he has a thing. He's like, how much have you made tonight? He's like $5,000 in the first hour, and he's
Yeah.
like, and you're sweating one kid winning.
Yeah, and then
Fuck
they're
off.
just my man.
Yeah.
Just high five and it's like, all right, let's go inside.
But this is like the first incident of like somebody going like, yeah, it's real weird that he knew about this roadhouse and didn't shut it down. And
yeah,
he-
but now earlier, so like he went to the bank manager
Mm-hmm.
and demanded a $10,000 loan, and he just said, here's my form, which just had his name on it. The bank manager was like, no, we in the banking industry need more than this, and he's just like, hey, look out the window, and like this car comes whipping by and almost runs someone over, and he's like, boy, I'd be ashamed if that happened to you. So he gets the loan, from my understanding, and then sends a guy to run over the bank manager anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it works. If the bank manager dies, then your loans are forgiven.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's sort of like if you're in college and your roommate kicks it. You
get a straight A's.
Right.
Right.
I think it's very similar. Like,
Okay.
So, yeah, just pro
Banking-
tip all you people
banking
out
laws
there
are weird.
that are, crippled in debt with student loans or whatever.
No,
Like,
no.
just-
Stop the sentence.
I'm saying travel back in time to the 70s
Okay, fine.
and find a giant car and run the bank loan manager over. It doesn't work now because cars now will just
They
crumple.
figured it out.
Yeah. Loopholes.
That's true.
Yeah.
They hit a bank manager and just fall apart.
Yeah, it's just like, what are you going to do? Hit him with
No,
a
your
Prius?
car will just
Yeah.
auto brake. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't hit it.
Right.
You try. And
Yes.
it just
Back in
doesn't
my
work.
day, the auto would just break your bones.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And also, at this time, Paul Gleason has been going around threatening
Yeah.
and trying to, doing the whole, hey, nice shop you got here.
Shame to someone. Like, he menaces the shitty diner, which is run by Old Prospector. And
Is that the guy from Blazing Saddles?
I don't know.
It sure looks like him.
I don't know. But also,
Shaky is his name, by the
Uh-huh.
way.
Yeah.
yeah.
Shaky.
So they also shake down the town bicycle shop, like a pro bike shop. Like this
Yeah.
town has 12 people in it, and they're all criminals. But yet, for some reason, they think they're still going to be selling 10 speeds to people.
Hey, man, when you can't get around.
Yeah. So yeah, they shake those places down, and again, it kind of gets back to J. Michael Vincent. He's like, look, my brother probably knows what he's doing. He
continues to tell everybody, well, why don't you have you talked to Aaron about it?
Yeah.
And they're like, I think Aaron's the one doing it.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you should probably go talk to him about it then.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd appreciate just hearing your accusations. Yeah, and everyone's like, oh, man. Because then what happens is people start to act like he's in on it. People are kind of giving Jan Michael Vincent some shit.
Yeah.
Like, hey, your brother's here fucking shit up, and you did this. And I think the pinnacle of it is when there's just, like, some sort of picnic going on, and a bunch of dudes are like, hey, let's cockfight. And it's just,
Well, no, they don't say
no,
that.
no.
Like,
Yeah. But it's like an impromptu cockfight. So no one is at the cockfight
Hey,
ring.
dude, if you're at a
Well,
picnic, you got to have your cock ready all the time. You never know what's going to happen.
That's
I mean,
yeah.
they did have a cockfighting pit
right, but they
And-
weren't. It's not. No one
and-
was hanging out at
and
it.
cocks.
They did have both
So-
those things.
So it was a premeditated
Yeah.
cockfight.
Well, the one Antoine Sugar guy gets up and is like, "Let's do a cockfight," and and what are you going to do? Say no?
yeah, I guess that's true.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do that, and then the Chris Christopherson and gang roll up, and he just goes over and murders the chickens.
Yeah, he just kind of walks over. He's like, "What's going on here?" And then just blam blam to both chickens.
Yeah. And then he's just like, give me all the money. And they're like, the hell you say? And then this one guy tries to rush him, and he gets
Antoine Sugar guy.
Yeah, and he gets fucking flat out murdered. Like, in plain view, just murdered. And then it's just more Donnybrook action. And then they're basically like, all right, we beat you the fuck up. Give us all the money.
But for some reason, Victoria Principal was at this
Yes.
event, even though Jan Michael Vincent wasn't.
No.
So she basically comes back and reports like, "Yeah, he just came in and fucking murdered some dudes and the chickens."
Yeah. And Jan Michael Vincent was like, well, I'm sure there's probably a good reason for it. Maybe we'll talk to the sheriff. I don't know. So Chris Christopherson has also
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, has also broken into the sheriff's
Aaron.
office. Aaron has broken into the sheriff's office to steal his prescription pad.
Purchase order
Yeah.
book.
Right. And he has used it to order fucking
the guns.
army
I think that was actually like the
munitions.
very first thing he did. That
Yeah,
was
they
like,
did
what
that.
the fuck is this shady shit?
Yeah. So for the longest time, they've had like super weapons just at their compound, but they haven't broken them out yet.
Right.
And eventually, the sheriff he gets a phone call like, "Why'd you order anti-tank missiles?" And he's like, "What? I didn't do that. That's dumb." And they're like, "Check your book." And he goes and it's not there. And he's like, I'll have to get back to you."
Yeah. Things were really different back then, weren't they?
Yeah.
Where police chief was like, wait, we bought a tank? We have bazookas?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. Now
What
it's-
do we need with a bunch of
Here it
zooks?
is.
Yeah.
Nowadays, they're like, wait, we don't have bazookas?
Yeah, we should
Why
get
don't we have
bazookas.
bazookas?
We
We're
need
cops.
bazookas.
I ordered 60 of those, and this only shows 10.
Yeah.
I need zooks.
So
That's what the kids call
the
them.
Zooks.
Yeah.
Give me the Zooks.
Gadzooks.
Yeah. So he goes off.
Gads of zooks.
The sheriff goes to the farm to investigate in the dead of night. Luckily or unluckily, 2 minutes before they all roll up, he finds the weapons and is just like, Yeah, right. And then is immediately found by the bad guys who are,
They murder him.
Chris Christopherson's just like, all right, draw, basically. And he's like, I'm not going to draw. I'm not going to do it. And then he tries to anyway, and he just gets murdered.
And Bernadette Peters witnesses this.
Yeah, she's just hanging out outside and is like, oh, dear, you've murdered the sheriff. I have this information.
You shot the sheriff, and you're the deputy.
Right. They throw him in the creek bed, and eventually, like, Jan Michael Vincent finds him.
Because Bernadette Peters tells him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next day, he goes to Jan Michael Vincent goes to the ranch.
Yeah,
because Victoria
like-
Principal told him
Basically, it
about
was
the
like,
cockfighting.
what's the deal with the
murder.
cockfight? And then Bernadette Peters just like grabs her suitcase and guitar case and is like, "You're taking me into town."
Yeah.
And then, like, at first there's a little bit of a struggle, and
Yeah.
because there was a backstory thing where I guess they were both pursuing the lady that became his wife that died in
Yes.
childbirth.
Yes.
And that's the only time he ever fought him was over her or something or other. And so there's like there's a standoff briefly. He's like, "Were you going to fight over a woman again?" Mm-hmm. And then he just kind of
That lasts half a second.
Yeah, and when they get out of distance, she's like, "Yeah, pretty sure he murdered the sheriff last night and threw
He's
him
like,
in the
wait,
creek
what? Yeah. So,
bed." So drops her off at the bus station, and that's the end. We see her.
yes, hopefully she made it out of
Yeah,
town.
she basically just goes like, "When's the next bus out of here?" And she's gone. She's out of the movie.
Yep.
Hopefully safe. But
Jan Michael Vincent, he and Victoria Principal walk the creek bed, and they find him. They put him in the bed of his truck and drive him into town. And it's like, Mr. Mayor, here he is. But all the bad guys are there. And Jan Michael Vincent is like, it was my brother. He did this. And
well, he says the sheriff's like, "Oh man, we're gonna have to find the murderers." And Jan Michael Vincent's basically like, "Yeah, about that." And then he's like, "Hold on, Aaron, I guess you're in charge now.
yeah, you're the new sheriff.
We need to find who murdered the old sheriff." And that's when Jan Michael Vincent's like, "Well, we don't have to look far."
Yeah, kind of over there. And
the sheriff's like,
Aaron's
"Oh,
like,
wait,
"Rawr."
yeah, the mayor and the mayor's just like, "Don't let your personal drama get into this."
Yeah, it's weird too because like the implication is that the mayor is allowing all this to happen, but it's they never put that together.
not really.
Like they never show it. He just acts all weaselly the whole time, but you never implicitly see them working together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
Jan Michael Vincent is just like, "I'll show you," and takes off. Now he still has the dead
Yeah, I was
sheriff.
gonna say it's very unclear when they're all just like, "Yeah, it wasn't him," and then he just gets back in his truck and they start to drive away. And it's like the dead sheriff's still in the back. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Whatever.
This is when things ramp up to ridiculous speed.
Yeah, because like as if he hasn't done enough shitty stuff. There's also this. I'm just going to mention it because it comes into play later. They've been like ramping up that the 4th of July is coming because like his daughter came out in like an Uncle Sam American flag costume thing, and there's talk of like a parade. And when he was still the good sheriff, they were like, "We want to make you the grand marshal of the parade and stuff," and like because you're cleaning up the town. When he was to Chris Christopherson when he was still acting good.
Yeah.
I only say that because like. Now it's just like, oh, all bets are off. Everyone knows he's fucking evil. And he's about to ramp up the evil, give him, like, some very unnecessary need to murder him even harder because I guess Victoria Principal is a school teacher. It was never really established. They mentioned something about her having class in the morning, and I thought it was, like, because she's so young, she was going to class. But
what happens first, real briefly, is they break in on the two of them and the old lady at the house having dinner.
Yeah.
And like that's when Paul Gleason and the other guys come in and just like, "Oh, we're going to beat the shit out of you." And he says, "You're not on the protected list anymore."
Yeah.
Or he tells Victoria Principal, he's like, "Tell your boyfriend when he wakes up. He's not on the protected list anymore." And that's when he's like, "All right, fuck all this."
Yeah, because
whip
then
him with a bat.
he leaves there and drives back to his garage, which is on fire.
oh, right,
Yeah.
yeah. They also burned down his
Yes.
And
Awesome.
this
They have burned down his source of income.
Yes, so they've burned his building up. Now, the line that Chris Christopherson gives at this point is all the fuel this movie needs.
Yeah.
It's because he just pops up behind Jan Michael Vincent, who is watching his business burn to the ground, and he says, "Looks like you should have hired some vigilante firefighters," and then walks away. And I'm like, that is the fucking biggest dick line I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Fuck you, fuck everything, murder him right now.
Yeah.
Two brothers, let's fight.
Except he's about to one up the dick line and dick move.
Yes.
Libertarians are assholes.
But yeah, so he beats the shit out of him while he's having dinner, and then burns out his business. Very next day, I don't know why, but
He has Paul Gleason kidnapped.
Well,
Victoria
it's because
Principal.
okay, so he's hanging out at the playground,
at the school where she's working, I guess.
ostensibly selling drugs to kids, but probably is just there to lure her in. So yeah, she's like, "What are you doing here?" And he's like, "I brought lunch for my kid." And she's like, "Which one's your kid?" "All of them." And she's like, "What do you have there?" And it's jelly beans.
Yeah, she pulls out like a handful of bags of pretty colored pills.
Yes. And he's just like, "Get in the car." And he drives her to Aaron, and Aaron is just like...
And he's just hanging out. Like, I don't understand the meetups in this.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, because they didn't have cell phones and shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's just like, hey, meet me down in this quarry by a railroad track.
Right.
Or something.
Yep.
And because, like, he's just like, get out of here. And he basically just... He doesn't mince words at all with her. He's just like,
I'm gonna kill
you know
you.
what? I'm going to kill you. Mm-hmm. I've seen some shit. Don't try to bother saying anything. I'm just going to kill you. And then she's like, yeah, right. And then it's like, well, okay, you're fucking crazy, so I believe you. And starts to turn and run away. Mm-hmm. And then he just like kind of does like the...
He has two moments of, I wish I didn't have to do this.
Well, he does the thing that the dude does in Moonraker when the girl runs away, where he's kind of like, maybe I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
Maybe not. All right, yeah, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, but he also kind of does like the Riggs, like, or Murtaugh. Murtaugh does
Yes.
this. Sorry.
Yeah.
He's-
The neck roll.
Yeah. But yeah, he just does that, like,
Yep.
it's just been revoked thing, and then, like, shoots her in the back.
Yes.
And just, she's dead. And then cut to funeral, and Jan Michael Vincent's there, and the whole town's weeping over her. Mm-hmm. And then he's just, like, driving his daughter home, and Chris Christopherson's hanging out on his front porch.
Yeah. And
basically, like, first he's like, you know the only reason you're not dead is because you're my brother, right?
yeah.
And then...
And Jan Michael Vincent is like, yeah, I know.
And then, like, his... You know, he hasn't told his daughter, so his daughter's being real friendly, which is awkward and weird that, like, it's just like... You know, like, stop that. Like, don't touch him. Don't look at him.
Yeah, at least be like...
Your uncle's a piece of shit. Don't talk to him
Or
anymore.
just be like, your uncle and I are having some problems.
Yeah. Go to
It's
your room.
best you just stay away from him
Yes.
for a little while.
I think,
like,
I think at this point you could be like, your uncle's a fucking murderer, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird how calm Jan Michael Vincent is throughout this.
But the dick move of dick moves is he's like, I'm real sorry I wasn't at her funeral. Because he had said it earlier about his dead wife that I'm real sorry I didn't make her funeral. He's like, real sorry I wasn't at her funeral. I guess I'm making a habit of that. And then fucking walks off. And it's just like...
It's like, holy God, fuck you, man. You need to die so hard.
And the thing is, like, he has basically removed everything from this guy's life that's important except the daughter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is literally the only thing he has left.
Well, it's funny because, like, when they got back from the funeral and she launched out of the truck, we're like, oh, fuck, that's right. He has a daughter. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Don't murder the daughter, too.
He sends her up in the house by herself that we were all kind of half expecting the house to explode.
Yeah.
Because it was like, how much more fucking evil can this guy be?
Yeah, because still, we have not seen any of the military-grade weapons.
Right.
So, like, did they rig the house to explode? Like, what's the next dick move? Because, like, Jan Michael Vincent is not acting pissed. It's like, what's it going to take, man?
Oh, he's pissed.
He is, but he's just internalizing it.
Yeah, he's not really. It's not like Gary Busey in Eye of the Tiger, where like, no, you dragged my wife's fucking corpse around behind your bike. I'm gonna murder all of you.
I'm gonna shove a stick
and
of
I'm gonna
dynamite
enjoy
up your
killing
ass.
you. Yeah, like he's just like, well, if we have to fight, we're gonna have to fight, brother. And it's like, no, he just fucking murdered your girlfriend.
Yeah.
He
burned down your place of business.
Burned down your place of business. Like,
he has said 2 dick lines to you.
yeah, it's like, what the fuck else do you need?
Yeah.
But his plan now is like, it's all happening on the 4th of July, and it's weird because like he's gathered his own little small vigilante army here.
There's a dumb local militia who like to get together and just shoot at targets.
Yeah, they're like, we like muzzle loading muskets, or like, and then
they're all wearing
tricorn hats and
revolutionary
shit.
hats and shit.
Coonskin cap.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's real fucking weird, but yeah, they just meet out in this quarry and shoot muskets, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a good time. Don't knock it.
All right,
It works.
I guess, but yeah, he just kind of gets them all together, and I actually kind of appreciate that it's like it only shows you like the end of his speech is like everyone's got to do exactly what we say. Any one person could get us all killed. All right, ready, break. Right. And it's just.
But he's also saying this to a group of like 6 people. Half of them are like the old couple that run the boarding house, and it's just like, what?
Oh
like,
yeah, prospector dude's there.
Yeah,
The weird like prospector lady that runs the boarding house, because like she's a piece of work too. She's always in like overalls and smoking on a cigarette. It's just like when he rolls up with a 6-pack of PBR to court Victoria Principal, she's like, You would have had to bring a case of that to get in my pants back in my day. Kind of lady.
It's so funny too because he does not share that beer. He's like, "This beer's mine,"
Well, he asked her if she wanted one. She was like, "No,"
Oh.
and then he just
She
downed it.
politely declined.
and then he took a swig and then made out with her. You're gonna get this beer one way or the other.
Yeah.
Blah.
But yeah, so like they've got this plan, and it's all coinciding around the 4th of July parade because
Yeah.
I guess they're like.
They
what-
make a break for it in the middle of the parade. They like sabotage the tractor to shut down so they could push it into an alley, and then they all just jump in a pickup truck and like, let's go.
Yeah, and it's weird because like I guess they were gonna go take down their stronghold or whatever
Yeah.
because they thought they were gonna be in the parade. But the evil cops are like, well, we're gonna use the parade as a distraction to rob the payroll.
Yeah,
Armored
they're gonna
car.
blow up the bank and take the town payroll. That's
so
the
like
plan.
they're loading up bazookas and shit while they're wearing marching band uniforms. like the whole rest of this movie, like the evil cops are in like fucking bright red marching band outfits. It's the weirdest goddamn thing.
It's very strange. And Christopherson keeps his dumb band hat on the whole time.
But so like they're loading all this shit up into a van, and then like they've been scoping the place out. And they're like, oh wait, they're here. And then just to blow the element of surprise, Jan Michael Vincent's like, Aaron, and then like they're like, throw down your weapons or we're coming in. We're gonna give you 2 minutes. And then like they all scatter and grab guns, and he's like, well, light them up.
Yep.
And this just begins the final shootout, which. At first, we were like, because it's weird, like the vigilante cop people are on one side, then the casino dude and a whole bunch of prostitutes are like hanging out in one house, and they're just having this whole party because like when the shit goes down, he's like, turn off that fucking music, Raquel, and and so like the shootout begins, and they all dive inside, and, like they're not really part of it. The casino dude at one point decides like, oh, I'm gonna grab a gun and join in, and promptly gets shot. Like he's the only dude that like gets shot from a distance. Accurately,
he's the first dude that Jan Michael Vincent murders.
Yeah, but then like they managed to miss like all the cops from a distance, even though they have hunting rifles with scopes and everything. But they do manage to blow the fuck up out of their van that was loaded with bazookas and other shit.
They hit.
It
one
was
of the
loaded
grenades.
with like 1,000 gallons of gasoline.
Yeah. So that blows up real good, and then everybody just scatters. And they've got this plan, like it surprisingly works. Like they're running around and like luring people out. Except the weirdest play, like so they will basically like. Filter out a few dudes and take out a couple of the bad guys, and like a couple of the good guys get killed. But
like it's scattered. You really don't
they
see.
do get kind of scattered, but like eventually they're like, all right, get to the bridge, and like everyone runs across the bridge.
Hold on.
Oh, no.
Before the bridge.
Okay.
Because the first whatever cop goes out first, a lady runs across with a Molotov cocktail and chucks it at this one dude, and he fucking goes up like a nuclear blast.
Yeah.
It's
is
weird because like
That dude was made of nitroglycerin.
yeah, it's weird because like you usually see like that shot of like the Burning Man thing, like we've got the whatever they fucking put on him was like the craziest accelerant I've ever seen because it was just like it was just cascading. Flames were cascading off.
Yeah,
of him.
I didn't think we were going to see a dude come out of those flames.
Right.
I thought they just cut to a bucket explosion.
And I gotta say, that shot ended quickly.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Because they're like, oh shit.
He
that
went
dude
up. Yeah. Yeah. So that dude went up, and we're like, all right, these dudes are going to get wrecked.
He's like those old YouTube videos of like people putting pinatas just full of nitroglycerin and coated and like dousing them in gasoline and then being shocked when they go up and it's just like,
Yeah.
and it's just gone in like half
Yeah.
a second.
Yeah, like when dudes would hit landmines with sledgehammers. Well, let's see what happens here.
Oh God!
Back when the internet
Well,
was
really
still
nothing.
fun.
It's not the downward. It's the when you step off
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
Like so hitting.
But
with
they're
a
still hitting it.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if you hit it with a sledgehammer and kept it there, you'd be fine.
Yeah, but no,
you could
these
just never
guys didn't
leave.
do that. Yeah, it's like stay here.
But yes,
forever.
I'm sorry, I forgot about the quick ticket to Burning Man, the
Yeah.
express pass to
Man.
Burning Man.
My God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're on this bridge.
Yeah, they're all like scatter and run across this bridge, and it's this
Again, not getting behind cover. They're just
No.
on this like shitty bridge.
It's weird.
Somehow not dying.
because like almost everybody runs across the bridge normal, and then Jan Michael Vincent like stays behind, and we've had a shot. They've cut to a lady who's like there with the detonator, just waiting to go, and we're like, oh, they're about to river quiet this fucking bridge here, and they are. Except it's really weird because like he does the thing where he runs halfway across the bridge and just jumps over into this creek that was just a little bit further down. You would think,
Yeah, he fell a lot further than I thought he would.
but like.
That looked like it kind of hurt.
One
Yeah.
dude, is it Paul Gleason?
Yes,
Is that
it's
yeah,
Paul
Paul
Gleason.
Gleason comes running, like gets to the edge of the bridge, and they, for whatever reason, set it off for just him.
Yeah.
And yeah, this thing fucking splinters. Like,
They throw
Yeah.
a tumble dummy across the
Yeah.
screen. It's real good. Yeah. Fuck him and his dumb shirt.
he's dead.
Yeah, so, okay, 2 dudes have gone up real good.
Yeah.
And there's 3 or 4 bad guys left.
Right. And then decide to run basically into the oil field.
Well, before that, they're running through the buildings, and Chris Christopherson is shooting rockets at wherever the good guys are. Yeah, and shit, a couple of more guys go out.
Yeah.
A couple guys get shot, basically. But yeah, like you're saying, it ends up with just Christopherson and Jan Michael Vincent chasing him, and they run into the oil field.
Yeah, plus his the guy you said, the other...
Andrew Stevens.
Andrew Stevens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's there, too. He's helping out.
Yeah. And they shoot one dude. They shoot one of Christopherson's dudes like at the edge of the oil field. And then it's just like it's running around the red barrels, and we can shoot him, but not really.
Yeah.
Until Christopherson like climbs like the big giant oil drum. I don't know what container or whatever the fuck it is. And is on top of it. And they're like, "Don't shoot! This whole fucking place will explode." But
everything is red barrels.
He's not following that rule because as soon as he gets to the top, he's just like red barrel, red barrel.
Yep.
And it's just shooting. I thought. The other guy, what's his name again?
Andrew Stevens.
Andrew Stevens. I thought he died.
He did.
He had
he
to
was
have
hiding
blown up.
behind something.
He was hiding behind red barrels.
Yeah.
I thought we saw him at the end, though. No?
No,
I don't think
he
so.
died.
Okay.
I think he exploded.
He did.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, it's a lot of like shooting at red barrels. Things are exploding. The whole rest of the vigilante town crowd has showed up, and it's like, oh, there was like 40 of them.
Yeah, it's weird that all of a sudden there's a whole gang of them like, hey, where have you been? Like, we just had a massive shootout, and we could have used your help.
They had
We
to
probably
catch
could
up.
have suppressed this. But no, Jan Michael Vincent is basically like, fuck this town. And, they're just shooting at each other. And I'm not entirely sure on the series of events how it happens at the end.
Jan Michael Vincent shoots Chris Christopherson in the shoulder, and he explodes, is how it happens. I don't know why it happens, but I know that's what happened.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I made a joke earlier, like, that Chris Christopherson was a red barrel himself, and he was going to explode when he was shot.
Right.
Because he's wearing this dumb red
Right,
band uniform
yes.
still.
Right.
And lo and behold, he
Yeah.
gets shot, and he explodes,
Yeah.
and then the tank explodes,
Yeah.
and then the rest of the refinery explodes.
Everything just
I
starts
just-
cascading, and
I just love that his last words, because Jan Michael Vincent's like, you can surrender. We don't have to do this. And he's
like,
like,
you lost
"I've-"
this war.
Yeah, and he's like, I've never lost a war.
Yeah.
And we're like,
weren't you in
Vietnam?
I mean, lost.
I mean, you came home.
I
That's
mean,
a personal victory,
yeah.
but
Well, I mean, I don't know if I
Yeah.
would go so far as to say lost.
Define one.
Abandoned.
yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Sure. But yeah, he says that, and then he gets shot in the shoulder
Right.
and explodes.
Yep.
And
Yes,
then the entire oil field goes up. And yeah, that town's fucked.
Yes.
That town has no income left.
It'll be
The
safer
factory
now.
closed down. The oil refinery's like gone.
Look, it's for the best. That town was beyond saving.
I mean, they could have called the National Guard.
They could have.
They should have.
They didn't.
No.
They could have. They
I don't know.
could still
Yeah.
call the National Guard, and
It
Yeah.
probably would have
Clean the
ended
town
up.
up.
It would have ended up like Rivertown, and they just got aborted in, and the National Guard would just wait for them to come out to kill them.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it blows up, and Jan Michael Vincent's kid shows up in her Uncle Sam outfit, and
Gives him a hug.
he
and-
picks her up and walks through the crowd, and then the closing credits roll over firemen trying to put out this oil fire.
Yep.
I don't think they knew how to put out that oil fire.
Yeah, no. It's probably why the camera kept rolling. They're like, look at this shit. But yeah, this movie, you get out quick. It's just like Chris Christopherson exploded, and that's it. Your movie is done.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what happens to this town. It's done. One brother killed the other brother with an explosion.
Yep.
Which I will say is better than I thought we were going to get. I thought we were going to get some bullshit fist fight.
And then he was going to get arrested or something.
Or
yeah.
just like I can't fight you, brother, or just something dumb like that. I didn't expect him to get shot and explode.
I expected like the really bad like 70s like bright fluorescent red squibs, just like one of
yeah.
those like slow-mo like
No, they
whoa.
save those for the chickens.
Yeah.
Right.
That chicken shot
And
was
that one
real
guy
funny
in the-
too, because like they just put dummy chickens and pulled them over with wire.
There was
Hey,
also
at
that.
least it wasn't real chickens.
Yes.
True.
Yeah.
There was also that fluorescent squib, like in the very first Donnybrook.
Yeah.
Like somebody shoots somebody to death, and I was like, "Holy shit! Way to start strong, I guess."
Yeah.
But then it just continued on like a regular fight somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guns were no big deal then.
Yeah.
It's like, that one guy got shot, but that gun only has 6 bullets, so what are they going to do? Shoot 5 more
I mean,
of us?
also he's dead, but you know,
He got shot in the gut. He's probably fine.
yeah, that's the most recoverable gunshot wound.
Well, yeah, this movie's over.
Yeah. All done.
Mhm.
No Stargrove, but holy hell, there's some driving around music for the first third of this movie that is just catchy as shit.
And-
Jaunty, jingling, jangling
And inappropriately timed banjo music. Yeah, like why is it so jangly and happy when he's driving away from the ranch?
Oh yeah. Yep.
There's no reason for it. Some music
some of it is
supervisor was
misplaced, but-
smoking too much weed. They made this movie in 30 days, so they didn't have time to pick where they were putting the banjo music, I guess.
It feels a bit rushed.
The opening especially just feels like a bunch of scenes where it feels like, okay, maybe we should film something that ties these together, but no.
See,
I really don't.
I don't think those scenes were supposed to be there because those felt like setups from the middle part of the movie when there were other bar fights and stuff going on, and they just spliced them at the beginning because the camera setups are the same, and because I mean it really starts with a dude getting dragged down the bar. It's not just a bar fight.
Yeah,
They are literally dragging a dude down a bar. and
It's a real lazy bar drag, though.
oh, yeah, but still,
Yeah.
anytime you drag someone
however,
down a bar,
it was
There's
pretty
a lot
realistic.
of dudes getting rock bottomed, though.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Because dudes will for some reason jump in the air at a guy who just grabs them and is like, "Oh, there's a table, smash!"
Yeah. There's also the one dude that gets gloriously thrown into the mirror over the bar.
he got
just
launched out of a t-shirt
Yeah.
cannon.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
that dude just goes flying.
Yeah.
And he's dressed like Mario. He's red,
Yeah.
primary red and blue colors. And we're like,
Yeah, he's
it's
like
me,
red
I'm a
flannel
dad.
shirt and blue overalls. Yeah.
That was some real fine naked lady art over that bar, though, too.
Mm-hmm.
I was just saying, it wasn't like a poster. It was like an actual oil painting.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was classy.
it was.
It was real classy.
Real classy.
But yeah.
Yep. That's Vigilante Force.
Yep.
I'll read it.
Okay.
I'm going to give it 3 jocks. I think it's very entertaining. I think some things miss the mark. I think it drags a bit in the second act where you're just like, what is this movie doing? And I think that Jan Michael Vincent never gets appropriately angry. He does some murdering and does make his brother explode at the end, but he's never just seething rage and trying to hold it back. He just, even in that confrontation on his porch, coming back from the funeral, he's almost affable. He's just like, yeah, well, you got me,
He's the Michael Dudikoff of the 70s.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything that should be sold better isn't.
Yeah, it's strange. So that's a little disappointing, but there's a lot of stunts and shit happening in this, and it's pretty good. I mean, this is a fun little movie. It's not something on a grand scale. It's not an A picture. It's not something that you're just going to be like, man, you got to check that out. But this is fun.
You could do worse.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are a lot of movies like this. Obviously, Bucktown, like we talked about, but I don't quite remember. I don't remember what we said about Bucktown, but I remember Bucktown.
Man, that fight at the end's really good in
Yeah,
Bucktown.
I just remember Bucktown just giving us more of what we wanted, but that's it's blaxploitation, so of course it does. Yeah, this is like that, but without all of just the cool dialogue and stuff that we like. So, but yeah, 3 jocks. Good job.
I think I can only go 2. I mean, it redeems itself at the end by just everybody shooting everything and going nuts with that. But yeah, there's a lot of just meandering in the middle, and it's just biding time to get to the end. But man, Chris Christopherson's a piece of shit.
He really
And
is.
he does a really good job.
sells
Yeah.
being a piece of shit really well. But it's kind of like, yeah, he gets blown up good, but you want worse for how shitty he is.
Yeah.
And just pointlessly killing the girlfriend, for no reason. It's like in other movies I can like Fast and Furious 8 or Fate of the Furious, whatever the fuck it was, whichever, where they just kill one character just because. Like it's like we're just gonna do this to piss off the hero even more, and it's like, yeah, but why would you do that? Why would you make this person even more eager to just fucking wreck you?
Yeah, and that's exactly what this movie does. Is it's just motivating Jan Michael Vincent for no reason.
Yeah, he doesn't need to do any of this stuff.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, Christopherson just needs to let him know that he won and he can murder him at any time, and that's it. Like, you don't have to keep doing these things.
Yeah.
You take away everything from him, and he's like, well, I got nothing to lose. I'm going to have to murder you now. So.
Yep. It's weird. But, yeah, it's Two Jocks. It's still, like we said, there's some fun to be had here, and you can certainly do worse.
Yeah, we gave Bucktown straight 4s, by the way. Just for reference.
Justified.
Okay.
I think I'm going to agree with Mackie. Two Jocks. There's a lot of stuff that is really fun in this. You know, like Chris Christopherson being a good villain.
Shitty.
Shitty.
Just beardy and shitty.
Yeah.
Greasy and shitty.
But there's also, like, there's some pacing issues. A lot of it feels like a movie, a stuntman trying to kind of make a serious movie, and we should have stuck to a lot more stuntmanning and a lot more people getting wrecked. And it's just, like, Jan Michael Vincent doesn't do a whole lot except for stand around and look kind of mildly annoyed at some points, but then for the rest of the movie, mostly just okay with all these atrocities that are happening in town. It's just all right. You know, you should probably watch it for the stunts, and if you like, you know, skinny bearded men, then in few shirts, then Chris Christopherson is going to do the thing for you. But yeah, Two Jocks.
Chris Christopherson doesn't look like he works out when he doesn't have a shirt on. It looks like he doesn't eat.
Right.
Yeah.
It looks like he worked out 5 or 6 years ago for about 6 months.
Yeah. He's
And
very
then-
proud of not wearing a shirt, but it's just like, no, he eats cigarettes instead of food.
A starve is born.
Oh, so my diet in my early 20s.
Yeah, I gotta go with a 2. I'm so close to giving it a 3, but at the end of the day, if I was giving it a 3, it's because I think the stunt work in this is so fucking good.
It is pretty
And
good.
I can't in good conscience, like, JMV is not the guy you want in the role, you know, for
No.
this.
Yeah.
And I just think I don't necessarily dislike him, you know, as an actor. I just think he's wrong for this.
He wasn't strong enough as an actor to
Right.
pull this role off.
Yeah, and so, you know, I think he's got somewhat of a presence in movies, but it's like he's too stone-faced in this to, like, properly convey all the terrible shit that's happening to him, and it kind of ends up, like, making you pissed off because it's like,
You should be more pissed.
yeah,
Yeah.
you like I like you know I have sympathy pissedness, like you know
Do what?
pissedness.
Sympathy, anger.
I like pissedness.
Merry Pissness, everyone.
It's my pissedness. Don't tell me how to talk. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just like, but man, the stunt work in this is really fucking good. It's strong, but yeah, the movie itself is a 2 Jocks. Like I said, I almost want to give it because, like, man, there's just those Donnybrook stunts and the people, like you said, the people getting rock bottomed into the tables constantly.
Yeah.
Like, some of that shit is really good. And there's a couple, like, stuntman falls. It's just like, ow, god damn. Like,
Yeah.
like there's
Weird
weird parts.
dude's getting kicked in the face.
We didn't even mention it, but like when Christopherson's like shooting the bazooka towards the end, or the zook as the kids say it.
The Zooks.
The Zook.
They're like running into random buildings, and then they're like, oh shit, we're in this building. He's about to zook it, so we should like dive out of the 3rd story window.
Yeah.
You know, onto a truck and shit.
Yeah.
And it's like there's just like crazy stunt work.
Yeah, that one stunt where the dude jumps onto like the tin roof
Yeah.
of the stairway and
Rusted.
just rolls down it and then
Yeah, the
lands on a car underneath.
yeah, that's supposed to be Jan Michael Vincent.
Yeah, his hair grew like 4 inches, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but whoever that fucking
Yeah.
stuntman was,
Yeah, that's a hell of a stunt.
bravo,
Yeah.
sir.
One guy goes off a refinery tower,
Oh, yeah.
real high too. Like and they stick with that fall. Mm-hmm. So
But no, I'm like
Hooper
I
would've
said,
done it.
I just
Yes, Hooper
man,
would have done
like
it.
movie overall, Like I almost want to give it extra jocks for stunt work, but I can't do it. It's
Yeah.
just like it's unfortunate.
And I gotta say, the art on the Blu-ray, this is one of the original posters, but this is shockingly accurate. Like, this is not overblowing the events of the movie. Like, every little
Yeah.
vignette that's happening on that is something that happened.
Yeah, unlike most movies like
Yeah.
this. Yeah, this one of those ones like both original artworks are pretty good.
Yeah, they had 2 great posters for this in '76, and they couldn't decide on which one to use, and they're both really good. So-
I mean, one's doing. I mean, I'm not knocking Victoria Principal, but it's being a little generous with her.
it is,
on the,
yeah.
on the
It's like,
artwork.
hey, check this out. But yeah.
Some real good explosions in this
Yeah.
movie as well. So
Yeah, especially that one man.
yes, yes.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
pretty good.
That man.
All right, well, let's take a break, shall we?
Alrighty.
I haven't watched shit. It's probably gonna be a real short second half.
I
I
have
gotta-
also not watched shit.
I got a couple things.
Oh yeah, okay, good. You? No. Wait,
Nah.
Sorry.
Well,
This is actually the biggest lie right here. I don't think he ever wore a helmet. Why would he? He's like a tractor repairman.
fuck. What did I watch? I know I watched Baby Driver on the plane.
Was it the plain version?
Oh,
of
speaking
Baby
of
No,
Driver?
it was my
Okay.
my iTunes version on my phone.
So
Baby Driver's still fucking awesome,
Yeah,
by
it
the
is.
way.
yeah, I specifically bought that on iTunes in 4K. Last I checked, it was no longer 4K on iTunes.
Oh, did they drop
Really?
it again?
Like I'm
I-
I'm starting to question our digital future.
Let me see if it shows up.
I mean,
as 4K
unless
on
it's
here.
like because last time I looked, it was like
I know they were releasing it on disc.
no, it's already come out in disc in 4K. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like that was one I was like, all right, I'm just gonna buy it digitally because like I really wanted to watch it like right then.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what the fuck? It's no longer in 4K.
Fuck.
Yeah, mine doesn't even say HD on it. Usually it says that in here, but yeah, it's not even saying that. Which ones was 4K that I have that I know that was Forky?
Yeah, just shows up as fucking HD for me now. So eat a dick.
Yeah.
I think it
Going
was-
back to discs.
We're gonna have to. Yeah, Jason Bourne still shows up. 4K, Dolby Vision, iTunes Extra, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have all 4 or 5 Bourne movies, whatever the fuck it is, in 4K.
Yeah, it's weird. Like Baby Driver doesn't even say HD on it. The fuck are they doing, man?
I don't know. There's something else I know for a fact I had in 4K that dropped. Like the first X-Men First Class. That was in 4K when it first came out. It's been off 4K for like a while, but the other 2 are in 4K. Days of Future Past and Apocalypse.
Yeah.
It's
And yet, like
so fucking weird.
E.T., I only had the DVD, and yet it's 4K
4K, yeah.
upgrade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dread 4K.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've got old shit like long before they were getting you even HD copies with things that are showing as 4K, like that fucking Momoa Conan movie. They put out a 4K version of that on iTunes. I was like, that was long before they were giving you like HD copies of it.
It seems like it has to be a Universal movie to automatically get 4K, because like Fate of the Furious is 4K. Let me see if Fast 5.
There's a
It's
whole
not.
Reddit
It's
thread.
Fast
not.
5 is not.
It's not. It's like the first 2 or 3 are, and then like 4, 5, and 6 are not, and then like the rest are, or 6 is. I think 6 is 4. It's really weird. Like they started with like 6 and went forward, and then went back to the beginning, and
Yeah.
they so far have skipped 5. Trust me, I've been watching
Yeah, 7.
because I've got them all in on iTunes, and I'm
Yeah.
just waiting for the day that
It's 6, 7, 8.
yeah. But then it's like 1 and 2 are also in 4K.
No. At
No,
least not on mine.
So what are the other
Well, let's
day?
see where Too Fast, Too Furious lands. I got to go all the way to the end.
Don't forget it's the Fast and the Furious. That Fast and Furious.
No, I
is
know.
the
Yeah,
4K.
like it sorts that properly, but yeah, Too Fast, Too Furious is not, which is a fucking crime.
Shows as 4K for me.
Well, I guess you got the better version then, didn't you?
I mean, it's not Dolby Vision. It's just 4K HDR, but still.
Man, 2001 not in 4K. That hurts. Yeah, I don't think any of the X-Men movies are in 4K on here. But that was the other thing. Yeah, I saw the last half hour of Black Panther and the last half hour of Fate of the Furious.
Okay.
That last half hour of Fate of the Furious is actually pretty good.
That's the one with the hard-boiled thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also them just trying to outrun a sub. Like on the world's longest ice strip.
Oh, when the Rock moves a torpedo.
Yeah.
Totally possible.
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe it.
Yeah, and like geography doesn't matter.
No.
Because like cars show up like from the right hand side, and it's like you were all going the same direction. How did you suddenly like cut in?
Yeah.
And and Ludacris is driving a tank, and
Mm-hmm.
there was a point just watching that where I like kind of, I don't want to say left my body, but like left the experience of watching that movie, and I was like, remember when they were just like heisting DVD players?
Yeah.
And here they are, they're like super spies trying to stop someone, they're like hacking on a laptop to stop a sub.
Well,
and-
the craziest thing they were doing was like, if we drive the same speed as this truck and like put a hook arm over it, then we could just walk across the truck.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we stole shit
Yeah.
or uncoupled the truck trailer.
We stole this gasoline. We have gasoline.
yeah.
There's nowhere you could buy gasoline.
Yeah. But they've made them into like this whole superhero thing.
Yeah.
But that's another movie. Like you give your hero all the motivation to just murder your people, murder you.
Mm-hmm.
Like just say, fuck you. I don't care if anything else happens. I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Though he does get to tell off Charlize Theron pretty great at the end of that movie. And then she gets away. Spoilers.
Whoops.
Yeah.
It's okay. Even if you die, you come back.
Nah, but he does break that Game of Thrones dude's neck pretty good.
That's true.
So there is that.
Yeah.
Which Game of Thrones, dude?
The big, tall, red one. Big, giant, red beard guy.
Oh,
God, what the fuck's his name?
yeah, The
guy who
one
was in
who's
the
always
hotels
given
commercials.
the one who's always given Brienne
Yeah.
the eye.
Yeah.
God, I love him, but he's a piece of shit in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really frustrating because you like keep waiting for him to like turn back and be a good dude because you're like, man, I love you so much on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Quit being a piece of shit. And it's like, nah, you're still
Nah.
a piece of shit, and then you got your neck broke.
Yeah. Happy National Redhead Day.
Yeah.
Tormund? Is that his name in the game?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really? Holy shit! No, that seriously was out of my head.
Nice.
That's fucked up.
Way to go.
nice.
I didn't look it up. I swear.
Okay.
Like-
There's no need to swear.
Yeah.
That's fine. But yeah, so I don't really have much to say about anything like that. Just
Okay.
what I just said. And Baby Driver's still awesome, and if you don't like it, I feel sorry for you.
If you don't like it, fuck you.
No, I feel sorry for people who are like, it's too much, man. Because like I just like watching that and the Scott Pilgrim and that sort of thing. It's just like I just get there's something about it that just like clicks so much that I'm like, it doesn't matter how many times I watch it. I'm like, this is fucking so fucking cool.
Yep.
Yep.
And very few filmmakers know how to do that for me anymore. So anyway. So you got stuff to talk about, Chuck?
I do.
So I don't
I
think
have-
we have any emails.
I have a
to go
couple
over.
movies
Okay.
I can discuss.
Let's do this.
Let's crank it out.
All right, and welcome back.
Hey,
Whoa.
BMFcast.
Hey, bring the energy up.
Yeah.
Hey.
BMFcast.
Hey,
There we go.
Right.
Fwamp, fwamp.
Correct.
I mean, you want the real reggae horn?
Fwamp, fwamp, fwamp.
Excellent. Excellent reggae horn.
Yeah, thanks.
So we worked it out during the break. No one's got movies but me, so I'm going to talk about some movies.
Okay.
I did my Halloween thing of watching Poltergeist and The Thing,
Oh,
which
okay.
are my jams. Those are still fantastic 5-star movies.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, to that end, I watch Rocky Horror because
Okay.
that's my thing.
Yep,
But fuck, if you don't know, you don't know. So
that's right.
Yeah.
So I don't really have anything to say about those other than
The Thing's awesome.
yeah. Those two movies to me are just like I can't believe they came out like 2 weeks apart, and they're the best. Like just they both speak to me, and in terms of like the thing about those two movies that I love the most is just the insane amount of creativity going on. It is just unbounded creativity happening where it's just like do whatever. It's probably not going to make sense. Just do whatever, and we'll try to tie it together at the end. And it's like, yeah, you kind of did it.
So can I confess something to you?
Yes, you can.
I have not seen Poltergeist since like 1984 on VHS, and I remember barely anything about it.
You should watch Poltergeist again.
I probably should.
It's really good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying
I've
to.
heard, I've heard that they moved the gravestones, but not the graves themselves.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're right.
But no, I need. That's one that keeps like slipping off my radar.
I mean, it's no offense. I like Poltergeist fine. It's definitely the best Tobe Hooper movie. I just don't think that guy clicks.
It's
with me.
actually Steven Spielberg.
Well, yeah, whatever. That I know. There's a lot of talk about who actually directed.
It is Tobe Hooper's best movie, but
I just don't like his style. There's
Okay.
something about it's like the Hellraiser guy, like Clive Barker. I just don't get like something about their energy doesn't work for me.
there are some really good Tobe Hooper movies.
Okay.
He's eclectic. Like his there's not really a sense of style with Tobe Hooper. He's kind of a journeyman. Like, I will come in and direct your movie.
Right.
Because, I mean, Poltergeist is Spielberg style all over it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to get into who directed that or who didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think Poltergeist is such a well-crafted story that gives itself so much time to breathe, and then just crazy shit happens. Just fucking crazy shit. And like to this day, no one's really come up with any kind of like, we're gonna one-up Poltergeist. Like, we're gonna come up with even more crazy shit in a ghost story. It's always just like, yeah, it's ghost stuff.
Do you like Poltergeist? Maybe you like Poltergeist 2.
Poltergeist 2 sucks.
Maybe you like Poltergeist 3.
Sucks even worse.
Maybe you like remake
The
of Poltergeist.
Sam Rockwell Poltergeist.
Nah.
Maybe you'll like Poultry Ghost.
No.
No? Okay.
No, I don't. So anyway, I talk about those every year.
All right.
So the thing I do want to talk about is that I've going back and clearing stuff off the DVR as I do. So movie choices are always random. I watched Justice League.
Okay.
The League of Justice.
Yeah. So, okay, to set things up, I admit that I kind of like Man of Steel and Batman v Superman.
Mm-hmm.
The extended version, which is the only one I've seen of Batman v Superman. I kind of give those movies a pass, even though they have ridiculous flaws to them. Wonder Woman is terrific, obviously. That is a fantastic... That is like the pinnacle of this new DC era that they're doing. It's Wonder Woman, and then everything else is way below that. Mm-hmm. I don't like anything else DC has done, and that includes Justice League.
It's not a very good movie, though. But, man, Wonder Woman's intro sequence is
Yep.
fucking rad.
Yep. Yes, it is. Yes.
And other than that, it's like it's a giant fucking steaming pile of mess.
It's a train wreck of a movie, and I understand why. I understand the chaos behind the scenes, and I'm not going to get into a whole Zack Snyder this or that or anything. I so don't care about that argument. It's just a giant fucking mess of a motion picture. It's not cohesive in any way, and because unless you were just completely oblivious to movie news, the thing that you know about this movie is that they digitally removed Superman's mustache.
Yeah.
You know that they had to do reshoots, and they removed his mustache, and his face is going to look weird. What I don't understand is that it seems like the character of Superman was in the original script for 2 minutes, and then they went back and they filmed 20 more minutes of stuff with him, because just about every scene is a weird digital fucking chaos thing where his face looks like it might just leap off his skull at any moment because it's fake. He doesn't look real. And it's distracting as shit. And it's the first thing you see in the movie. Like, just Superman's face, and you're just like, the fuck is wrong with him? And it's such a silly thing to focus on, but it is the weirdest, dumbest looking thing because they don't try to hide it. They put his face just the full frame anytime he's on screen. The rest of the movie is a digital mess. Like, no one, like street scenes, people who were just on a street corner somewhere are so obviously in a studio surrounded by green shit. Like, they're not even in streets. Like, streets are everywhere. You can fucking film a street scene anywhere, and they don't do that. So there's this huge disconnect where it's just like you can tell when characters, when actors weren't on the set together, and they're just in. It's like some of that Avengers stuff where you could tell like they only had Paul Rudd for a day, and they filmed. It's just stuff doesn't match. So the thing I thought I was going to dislike the most about this film is actually something I didn't mind at all. I was going to say that it wasn't fair to throw the Flash and Cyborg into this without giving them origin stories. It was going to seem disingenuous to try and do that. But I think they do a good job with what little time they give them throughout this movie to make you give a shit about them. I liked those two characters by the end of it.
Sure. I mean, the characters are fine, but God, you want to talk about digital mess. Like, everything about Cyborg.
Oh, yes.
It's just like...
It's just a man's face floating around some sort of silver...
Except it doesn't even look like a real person. I
No.
mean, I know he is, but it's like,
Yeah.
what they do to him, it's like, he's not famous enough that, like, I can go, like, wow, okay, it's weird, floaty CG face of this guy.
Yeah.
Like, Henry Cavill isn't super famous other than, like, it's like, now we know him as Superman.
Right.
From a couple of movies, but it's like, at least, like, him, it's like, well, all right, I've seen his face enough that I can tell this looks weird. That was just like, well, you picked a guy I don't even really know. I've not seen him in anything, and, like, you've just made him this, like...
Yeah. Like, was the actor only a face?
Amorphous blob thing.
Yeah. That's unnerving and bad. Because like even his hand when he does stuff is
it's all
completely not real, and it's
weird.
Yeah, they should have just let him stay in the jumpsuit the whole time, his little tracksuit. So I didn't mind that. I felt like by the end those two characters deserved to be there. But the thing about Justice League that I think of all the things that irritated me the most is that, so I understand that character types in fiction are limiting. Like, you just don't have that many character types. I also understand that between the two comic worlds, you have very similar personas between the two. But...
we call them knockoffs.
Yeah, but it just... this movie just struck me, and whether it was intentional or not, it just seemed like, okay, the Flash is Spider-Man. He's that same nerdy, awkward, wants to impress everybody kind of thing. They've turned Bruce Wayne into Iron Man. He's just, I got all the money and I'm quippy, And this version of Aquaman is Thor. He's just big and badass, and he's got a good sense of humor about things he just doesn't understand. And it's distracting that there's only a couple of characters in this, which is basically Cyborg and Wonder Woman, who aren't similar to something else in the Marvel universe.
Captain America. Wonder Woman's exactly Captain America. They're doing the same thing with her too, like with the fish out of, like the person out of time thing.
I mean, kind
Even
of.
except that she lived through it, so she should
Yeah.
she should be more hip to modern things.
Yes.
Except for the time she was on Themyscira, but it's like,
Yeah.
okay, you've been there since the 1910s
Yeah.
in the real world.
She felt different enough to me to not
Right.
make that connection, but for the rest of it just felt like, yeah, I get it, but he's just doing Spider-Man, he's just doing Thor. I will say it made me excited for the Aquaman movie by itself.
I think that's gonna be good.
I mean, just the Aquaman stuff in this was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, I'm into this. Let's see more of this. But yeah, just, man, what a fucking mess. Like, how is the DC universe so bad at this? Like, they have just as many things they could be doing. And
Because they don't have a Kevin Feige or how do you say his name? Yeah.
Feige.
It's not, I don't think it's Feige. I think it's like
Feige.
I
yeah.
believe.
Feige.
Either way, they just they keep having different people trying to run it, and they pick the wrong people.
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh man, look at what Marvel did," and just tried to microwave it.
Right.
They didn't let the stew simmer. They didn't take the time they needed to develop all the stuff. They just we need to have Batman and Superman team up.
Yeah.
They just had to get to too much too quickly, and it just doesn't. It doesn't work the way the Marvel movies work.
Yeah.
Where like it I mean, how many movies did it take before they got to Avengers? 5, 6, something like that?
There were 2 Iron Mans, a Captain America, a Thor, Incredible Hulk. That's it.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
here it was like the second movie in their universe. They're like, all right.
And they didn't
Third.
bother
We gotta
to
get Wonder Woman
establish
in there,
half the
too.
characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, third they were like, teamlessable. No, fourth if you count Wonder Woman. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they did it after Suicide Squad, which was just like this B tier, like, who the fuck are these people?
Mm-hmm.
Like, the common man is not familiar with any of these characters. Like, what is this?
Well, people know Harley Quinn.
Sure. But I mean, like,
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, they just... I hate to say it, but like they had one shot at it,
Mm-hmm.
and they blew it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, like keep the Wonder Woman universe going. I'm interested to see what they do with Aquaman. Fix the rest of this shit. Just like
I mean, they don't necessarily have to recast, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I think you could keep Henry Cavill and just you need a soft Superman reboot.
I think from what I understand, he's gone. Like
really?
they lost the option to him, or what? Like his contract expired.
Okay,
well, I think that's
whatever.
the case.
It's it's just a fucking mess.
I know, but it's
plus there's all the constant rumors of Ben Affleck having anything more to do with this.
Yeah,
because they canned the standalone Batman movie with him,
right?
Yeah.
And I kind of like him as Batman, but not as like he gets more jokey Ben Affleck-y in this than in Batman v Superman. He was fucking just grumpy.
Oh yeah,
and just.
Now he's got friends, super friends, if you will.
Yeah, yeah.
Welcome to Batman and Friends.
But man, like this just it ends with all the usual DC CG bullshit, and I swear to God, there was a good like minute of the chaos at the end that there wasn't an actual human in. It was just the Batmobile skidding around doing dumb shit, and like there were no actual humans involved in any part of this.
When they bring on the fucking like bat spider thing climbing up the fucking walls, I was like, the fuck is going on right now?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, oh, good. Batman has a giant metal spider too.
Yeah. Well, you get that John Peters guy out of the way, and you can just get all the metal spiders you want.
Wait, no, he's the guy that wants the metal spiders.
I know. Well, yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. The filmmakers kept denying him his metal. You're right. The only other good thing about it really is that I appreciate that Danny Elfman both used his Michael Keaton Batman theme in various places.
Oh, really?
You get a touch of that. Not like blaring, not in your face. It's kind of just a motif that you get every once in a while. He also uses John Williams' Superman music at one point in a really interesting, creative way. It is not a triumphant bit. It is it's
the sad minor key version of it.
Yeah, it's the sad Team America version. So, I like the weird bit they do with Superman in the middle of this. I think that's an interesting thing that they toss aside after 7 minutes.
I honestly don't. I remember almost nothing about that movie.
Okay. Well.
And I tried to fall asleep to it on the plane one time when I was flying back from Mexico. They gave me those little TVs, and I was like, oh, Justice League, I'm planning to take a nap, so let's put that on and see if I can remember any of this hot mess.
Yeah.
And I really just stayed awake to see the Wonder Woman intro sequence because it's fucking rad. It feels like it was directed by someone else.
Yeah.
It might have been.
Real good.
Because didn't Whedon come in and clean up that movie?
Yeah, he did.
I mean, that almost feels like maybe he did that scene.
But see, it's also...
Well, except for the gross camera shots, which feel totally Zack Snyder-y.
Yeah. It's, I don't know. People either seem to think they know or say they know that they can tell which scenes were directed by which person, and it's like, that scene ruined this, that part ruined that, and I'm like, I don't know how you're doing that.
I'll never understand like DC Cinematic Universe fans. There are a bunch that like it's like they're speaking another language from me. Like I don't understand like all of their like.
They're hardcore about it.
All this stuff. Like
I'll talk DC shit, but I can admit that the movies are fucking garbage. Like I will talk some DC
it's like
knowledge
they have
about you.
Stockholm syndrome or something because they're like, no, well, it's actually secretly genius because of it, and it's like.
No,
are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you really sure?
I mean, for better or worse, you can say I'm not a fan of the Marvel movies or whatever, but there is a through line. There is connectivity. There is themes that are reoccurring. There's consistency in those things. Now,
none of it ever feels half-assed.
Yeah.
Ever.
Oh, yeah. They feel well thought out and planned.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that then leads to some people's complaints of them feeling too samey, which I can get.
It's a formula.
Yeah, but like the DC, and I get it. You go into a DC movie and it's like, I don't know what this is going to be, except that there's going to be a whole bunch of CG bullshit at the end. But the rest of it, you're like, I don't know what this is going to be. So if you're a fan of, I don't know what I'm getting for my money, I guess I could see why you might be a fan of the DC universe. But it's like, no, your chances are you're going to get shit. Like, they're going to shit all over stuff you like, and for some reason, you're going to defend it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. So
Yeah, I don't know.
it's not good.
So did you watch anything else?
No, that was it.
That was it?
Yeah.
All right.
I have one interjection before
Yeah.
before we move on to. I think you're ginning up some emails over there. I've been listening to Mark Maron's WTF podcast, trying to catch up from like several years ago. I just listened to his interview with Peter Bogdanovich,
Uh-huh.
and that is fascinating as shit. There's a bunch of interesting sort of mid-century Hollywood shit that he talks about, and he does a really good Orson Welles impersonation.
Yeah.
He apparently
He just hung out with Orson Welles all the time.
yeah,
Like,
was really close to Welles. But there's a lot of interesting stuff in there, and I don't think I've ever seen a single thing that Peter Bogdanovich has done, but I am probably going to seek some out now because it sounds like it might be fascinating shit. But the interview is really good, so I have forgotten what episode it is. I will look now. It is episode 632, I believe. Maron has a big back catalog.
I was going to say, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, does he just have 12 minutes in him and he just goes to his shed and does a show?
No, it's like an interview with a celebrity a week.
Okay.
And sometimes they're kind of minor celebrities, but it's about an hour a week.
Okay.
So it's a lot. Not too long ago, I listened to the episode where he interviewed President Obama, and that was really cool as
Remember
well.
when he did that, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that particular one, I just think if you're a fan of that age of Hollywood, you would be really interested to listen to it. He's got an interesting perspective. So, episode 632 of the WTF podcast. Peter Bogdanovich.
So have you listened to 632 episodes?
No, I've probably listened to 100 and something of them because not all of his back catalog is on.
Yeah, I was going to say, are the older ones paid or whatever?
Yeah, the older ones you have to sign up for a podcast premium site thing.
Oh. We should get in on that.
Eh,
Get our hot older catalog, make people pay for it.
is it like our MILF catalog?
Yes. Exactly.
Or Cougar Log.
Right. Cougalog. There it is.
Yep.
Oh, the South
Cougar
African
log. Stardate 2009.
The Swedish Cougalog. And anyway, I just wanted to briefly mention that because it was fascinating to me. Thank you for your time.
You're very welcome.
You're welcome. Do you want an email?
Yeah.
Or two?
Yeah.
Love it.
Give them.
All right. First one up. It's from Jason from Dallas.
Hi.
Who says Josh always comes at 2 a.m.
Ew.
Hey, BMFcast. Jason from Dallas here. I also recently watched Scream for Help, and I totally agree. What a crazy train wreck. I do recommend that you watch the interview with Tom Holland on the Shout Factory disc. I do not think it makes all the choices in the movie make sense, but you get to listen to Tom shit on director Michael Winner for 15 minutes.
Oh, we read this email last week.
You did?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was like, wait, this sounds familiar.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry.
Did you watch the one old movies on the big screen?
No. We
Okay.
just read that one. We read the Scream for Help email.
Okay. So you can start over. So you guys want an email?
Yes.
Love an email.
Oh, please.
An email that you didn't read last week?
Yes.
Yes.
I
I
want
wasn't
one
here,
of those.
Or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was that I was not
I
here.
don't remember.
Okay.
Timing is an illusion.
It is.
Yeah.
This one's from Jay from Vegas. It's titled "Old Movies on the Big Screen, Y'all." I don't know if that was the accent he was going for, but
Y'all.
whenever everyone says "y'all," that's all I can think.
Okay.
It says, "Hey BMF crew,
Hi.
Jagus here,
Hi.
and I'm sure I've mentioned the crazy ways casinos here try to draw people into theaters, and I found a casino-based theater in North Vegas that has weekly showings of old movies. Since it's spooky month, they're showing horror-themed movies, and I've already been seeing the 1978 Halloween and Beetlejuice, with plans to see The Shining on Halloween. So with the Christmas season coming, what films would you consider mandatory for this theater for the Christmas season? Keep in mind, they're kicking it off with Home Alone the day before Thanksgiving, so I feel like they got a strong start. Also, before I forget, For some reason, I thought you guys had a discussion on King Diamond, which led me to questioning Harlow about him contributing to Mandy's soundtrack on Twitter, but it was another podcast that had the King Diamond conversation, so my apologies for the confusion. Crash and Burn J. Sent from my Casio keyboard pre-programmed to play a non-copyright infringing version of the Halloween theme.
Yeehaw.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Jay does not have that accent.
I don't know who King Diamond is. I mentioned that King Crimson has a song over the opening credits.
Oh.
That's a bit
King
different.
Diamond.
King Crimson, as in in the court of the Crimson King.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kanye West sampled him in Power.
I
Anywho.
believe that King Diamond is also a band.
Okay, I'm not familiar with it.
Jingle All the Way. I like Jingle All the Way.
You should not.
That movie's bad.
You should watch that again
That
because
movie's-
that movie
I've watched
fucking
it within
sucks.
the last 5 years.
That movie's
It is
bad,
pretty
bad.
dumb.
That movie's bad. Bad.
You should listen to our
aesthetic.
BMFcast Extra episode about it where we tell that movie to go fuck off.
I don't listen to our podcasts.
That
They're all
movie.
terrible.
Well, you're not on that one, so you can listen to it. You said you don't listen to it because you don't want to listen to yourself, but you're not there.
Yes,
Spoiler alert,
you're
I
not
don't want
there.
to listen to you guys either.
Okay, fine.
I don't
I'm
like
going to say
of
mandatory
us.
for Christmas.
Gremlins.
Gremlins.
Yeah.
so
Gremlins
you
on the
know.
big screen would be fun in a theater.
Yeah.
Die Hard.
I know, yeah, I was going to say, I know it's like super cliche, but Die Hard, it's...
Die
How about
Hard's-
this?
Any excuse to see Die Hard in a theater again would be fucking rad.
How about this, though?
what?
Die Hard 2. Also a Christmas movie.
Yeah, but not as good.
Not as good,
But
but
yes.
not as cliched. No one's out there arguing that Die Hard
Why
2
do,
is a
why
Christmas
do we have
movie.
to hipsterify like, oh, I was in this Christmas
I'm
movie
just
before
saying.
anybody else was?
I'm just saying. Maybe everyone's tired of Die Hard. Have you seen Die Hard 2?
How many people have seen Die Hard in a theater in like the last 30 years? I mean, that's what I'm asking.
If they're doing it on film, I would definitely
Well, they're
go
probably
see
not. It's
either.
probably Fathom event type Blu-ray
Yeah, it's
production.
Yeah.
satellite broadcast.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with doing classics. Like, I mean, people would probably go see It's Wonderful Life if you throw it on a big screen. You know, like, I mean, there's never anything wrong with doing some of that. Scrooged, maybe.
Ooh,
I
Scrooge.
think
That's a good call because people sleep on Scrooge.
Yeah, Scrooged.
Yeah.
Scrooge is awesome.
I think seeing National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation with a crowd would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Especially because you'll get that murmur of, oh, Julie Louise-Dreyfus is in this. I like her. She's on that show I like.
Yes.
Yes, old people definitely would pronounce it the Louise.
Yes. Yes, exactly. That's Randy Quaid. He's insane. He lost
they're
his
not.
mind.
They're not keeping up that much. Joe.
Those are the two things they know.
No, they're
That Dotto was in the movie where they killed all those people. With that guy from Cheers.
I like Cheers!
Yeah.
You mean with the vampires?
Hey, Ted Danson. He was on Cheers.
I like this skit. It's good.
We have the best
People
skits.
sitting behind me in the theater watching Christmas Vacation.
I don't remember her in a movie with Ted Danson.
No.
Was that the one where Whoopi Goldberg's her mother? I don't know.
Oh, God, that movie.
Yeah.
Elf.
Yeah.
Elf. Yeah, Elf would bring a crowd.
Yeah.
I don't think it would. I think these movies. I think the movies that play at Christmas year round wouldn't get a crowd because people know they can just turn on TBS and watch Elf for 24 straight hours.
I guess.
I know. I mean, doing the Christmas story thing in a theater might like be unique. I know you can watch 24 hours of it on TBS every year, but I'm just saying, like,
Twice a year, actually, because they do it on the day after Thanksgiving also.
Really?
Yeah, they do it twice. So
I don't know.
Let me consult a list of Christmas movies too.
Yeah, I just...
What?
The more I look up Christmas movies, the more I'm like, there aren't that many good Christmas movies.
well,
well,
the
you
Shane
know-
Black ones.
You know what they could play? Prancer.
Oh yeah, Prancer's all right.
I still like your sequel title.
What?
That showed up in Slack at some point.
I don't even remember it now.
It was Prancer 2. Cancer. That was one where I just burst out laughing at work when as soon as I saw that.
I don't even remember making that terrible joke.
I remember it now.
I don't even remember why. Other than Prancer's fucking dead at the end of that movie.
Yeah, Prancer too.
That regular ass fucking deer just ran off a goddamn
It
cliff.
did, yeah. They were like, "Oh, Prancer went to heaven with Santa." It's like, no, he didn't.
No, that deer.
Prancer's at the bottom of a
He
ravine.
fell off a mountain. Don't look, child.
That venison is in a valley.
Let's go get it.
Prancer's a stew now.
Oh, fuck.
Yep.
You know, I mean, some of the Four Christmases. You and I really liked Four Christmases. That movie's fucking hilarious. I think people slept on that movie.
Mm-hmm. That and I mean, I know you hated it, but I laughed at that stupid fucking Jamie Lee Curtis Tim Allen one. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
No, Christmas with the Cranks can fuck off.
I don't know. There was shit in it that really made me laugh. I'm
No.
sorry.
No, that movie can fuck off.
When they've got the Botox, that scene was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, but it was in the trailer.
All right. Well, I didn't see a fucking
Yeah,
trailer.
who's
so.
seen the trailer for that?
I
Come
don't know. People who watch trailers.
on.
Kyle in the chat says Reindeer Games. Yeah, Reindeer Games was all right.
Santa's Sleigh. Is that what it was called?
Yeah,
Santa's
yeah, the
Sleigh?
Goldberg movie.
Yeah, Goldberg. Kiss Kiss
yeah.
Bang Bang, his Christmas movie.
Well, yeah, pretty much anything Shane Black. You might as well
Yeah.
put Lethal Weapon in
Lethal
theater.
Weapon, sure.
Yeah.
Or
Santa,
Muppet Christmas Carol.
Long Kiss Goodnight.
I'm sorry, wait, you all said the thing at once. What? Let's go around.
I
What'd you
said
say?
Long Kiss Goodnight. 'cause
Okay.
I'm still doing Shane Black movies.
Santa with muscles.
Santa with muscles.
Muppet Christmas Carol.
Muppet Christmas Carol. Yeah. Fred Claus. The other Vince Vaughn Christmas movie.
Fred Claus.
Had Ludachristmas in it.
Yeah, it did.
Dead.
Man, did they fucking? I think that got taken off of Spotify. I gotta get ready for the
Ludachristmas?
Christmas. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I looked last year and it was like, where'd my Ludachristmas go?
Oh no. Luda
yeah.
took it off.
Spotify took it off because it's a war on Christmas.
But yeah, you should.
War on Luda Christmas.
Yeah, you should go and listen to our Christmas in July, BMFcast Extra run. There's some good Christmas recommendations.
Sorry.
It's okay. There's some good Christmas recommendations in there, and some ones to stay far away from. Like Deck the Halls, which can eat a dick. Dick the Halls.
I don't remember even where I stood on that one. Is that the Matthew Broderick one?
That's
Or-
the him and Danny DeVito
Yeah.
competing over the Christmas lights bullshit.
Yeah, that was a little dumb. I think
That was a lot dumb.
All right. Like I said, I think the thing is, like, I went in like fucking Christmas with the Cranks, and I was like, everything about it pissed me off because like the name and everything, and I was like, when I actually saw it, I was like, this isn't all bad.
Yeah, you gave it 1 bag.
Huh.
I gave it 5 bags. Fuck off.
Whatever.
Yes, whatever.
My main rant was from, I believe, from fucking, we just talked about it, Turbo Man bullshit. Jingle All the Way.
Yep.
Yeah, I went on a fucking rant about that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's garbage.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah. I'm realizing I don't really like that many Christmas movies.
Most of them are bad. Most of them.
Mostly.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I like spooky month movies better.
Yeah. I wish
Much more variety.
I wish I'd planned because like there's so many. Like I usually watch The Thing and Evil Dead 2 and stuff, and some other movies. I just
Yeah,
It came down to Halloween night, and I was like, I really only feel like watching one movie tonight.
I got home from work so late that I almost missed all the trick-or-treaters, and then I was just like, I don't feel like watching Evil Dead tonight, which was weird. So I missed it for another year.
I'll think how surprising it will feel next year when you watch it, because you will have gone so long
Yeah.
in between.
Yeah. Thank you, Kyle. Love Actually. There's a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I'm on the Love Actually train.
Thank you.
I watched it for the first time like a year or two ago.
It's delightful.
It is. It really is. It works. It shouldn't. It should be just rom-com bullshit, but it fucking works.
Well, 40 Weddings and a Funeral's always been better than. It's one of those things like you mention it to somebody, then they probably haven't seen it, and they're like, bleh. And then like, no, if you've actually seen it, it's kind of fucking great. Yeah, that's the sound you make.
Yeah.
Any movie that starts with the word fuck said about 16 times in a row before any other words are said is a pretty good movie in my imagination. Kind of like Logan.
Yes,
He just says fuck for a while, then the movie starts.
that's true. Warm up the pipes.
Yeah.
Christmas.
I like to warm up the pipes with a little fuck.
Yeah.
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 Speaking of which, Chuck will be
No.
kidding. Oh, is that everything? Have we've wrapped up all the things?
I think, yeah,
I think
that's all
we've
the
covered
things.
some holiday classics that could or could not be seen on a big screen.
Yep.
Should be.
So, how about some contact info?
Well, let me throw this at you first. If you are in the greater Orlando area or close enough to make the drive, this weekend, the 9th through 11th of November, possibly all four of us on Saturday will be in the same building for hot pinball action at Free Play Florida at the beautiful Caribe Royale Resort in Orlando, Florida. So come check us out. Hit us up with a tweet if you are down there in the area, and let us know. We will come look at your face in person.
It's true. We will.
And
we
we
will
will
look at
greet
your
you.
face.
We make no guarantees about anything else.
No.
I mean,
But if you give BJ $1,000, he will take his shirt off.
yeah, for sure. Anywhere.
Yes, that is an open challenge.
Yeah. Weddings, bar mitzvahs, funerals,
The funerals, huh?
the DMV. Yeah.
Spicing up some funerals.
Look, man, $1,000 is $1,000. I made my price. I'm going to live with it.
Fair enough.
But no, come hang out with us if you like. We will be down there. We would be overjoyed to see you, to see your faces in person. Just don't make it weird.
Yeah, make it a little weird.
Skosh weird.
Skosh weird. Because we'll make it a little weird. So I mean, you
Right, it's already going to be a little weird.
Oh, yeah.
Just don't make it like
You're going to get
weird.
8
Just don't make it-
Bamcast arms around you.
Don't make it like weird.
yeah.
Like beef?
Well, I was doing a Scott Pilgrim thing.
Oh,
but, you know,
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you're down there, send us a tweet at BMFcast on the Twitters. Or you could email us, bmf@bmfcast.com, or you could give us a call on the Garfield hotline, 910-5-JOCKS-BMF or 910-556-9263. We don't pick that up. We just let that go to voicemail all the time, but leave us a message and we'll get back to you, probably
Every
in
once in a while.
podcast form.
We should just like pick it up. Just like
I don't know how, so.
I could.
I'm not here in the room with
I
it,
mean,
so-
technically, I could make it ring to a phone
yeah.
if I wanted
Oh,
to.
yeah, make it
just
ring.
like every once in a while, just like someone's calling in to leave a message, and it's like, "Hey,
Hey,
you've reached the BMFcast."
you're on the air.
No, go ahead. Like, please speak. You're talking to the BMFcast like right now.
This
It's
is
me.
on.
I'm just listening. Go ahead and do your spiel.
We should open up the lines for a night.
We could.
Like one actual podcast night.
And just
Open up-
stop. Like, a call comes in and we stop talking and take the
just-
call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just let the lines sing.
we could do that.
That would be fun.
Anyhow, BMFcast.com is the website. Patreon.com/BMFcast is where you can give us money to keep doing the things that we love to do. And we really appreciate all of your kind donations. We have done surprisingly well, better than I could ever have expected and hoped for. And that's what keeps the lights on here in the studio, it keeps us able to do this without having to take more jobs to pay for BMFcast stuff.
Yeah.
And also, it provides you guys with extra content, which you really seem to enjoy. So keep on donating, and we'll keep on giving you extra content and all that. And that's about all I have to say. BMFcast.com.
Cool. Let's get out of here, shall we?
Okay.
I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ,
I'm Chuck.
and this is BMFcast out. See you next week.
Go vote, motherfuckers.
Vote,
Yeah.
vote, 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 vote.
Vote.
We demand you vote
Yes.
for the correct people.
Right. If you line up with us,
Yeah.
please go vote. If you're a monster,
I want to vote just so I
Stay
stop
home.
getting text messages about going out to vote.
they're going to stop no matter what.
Oh, I know.
But
Go.
you should still vote.
'Cause all the money runs out.
Well, no, they're going to stop after voting because
Yeah.
why would they tell you to vote?
I don't know.
Yeah.
To gloat.
The gloat about the
Vote,
vote?
about
gloat.
the vote.
Vote, vote.
I have been getting text messages from, I don't know, like the Florida Democratic Party or something for Janessa. And I'm like, every time they send me a message, I'm like,
Is she running?
no, they're like, hey, Janessa, this is so-and-so from
Oh.
FLDEM or whatever.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
And I'm like,
the Dems have fucked
well,
up another easy
like,
thing.
hi, I'm going to vote probably how you want me to vote, but there's no Janessa here. Thanks, have a great day. And they're like, oh, terribly sorry, we'll take you off your list.
I love that Jen pointed out she got 2 separate text messages within like 10 minutes of each other, and the first one was like, Ron DeSantis is a family man who protects your values, and Andrew Gillum's a crook who's maybe under investigation for corruption, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, it's like the 3 messages come in like that. And then the next one is, hey, this is Sarah. Just trying to see if you're going to get out and vote. You know, or Sarah with the Democratic Party, going to see if you're coming out to vote. We'll have donuts. You know, it was just like the contrast in the 2 messages was like astounding.
Yeah.
One was just like, I'm going to push all your fear buttons if I can. And then the other one's like, hey, man, get out and vote. We have donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Come to the
regardless.
dark side.
I mean, regardless of what side you're on, you cannot argue that one side feeds on fear and the other side is like, hey, man, just maybe you want things to be better.
Yeah.
I usually get like, I mean, they're addressed to me, not Janessa or anybody, but like it's always like, hey, I'm Heather. You know, to volunteer. Would you want to go vote? And then like earlier today, it was, this is Oriana volunteering with something. You want to like need help getting out to figure out where the polls are. I'm like, yeah,
I'm good.
I know where it is. I'm gonna go. To work.
I'm always very polite to the people that text me nicely.
Oh, I did.
I'm just glad so many people give a shit about what our government is doing now.
It is
I mean, that's
nice.
that's the only silver lining of all this. Because I'll be honest, like, it would be nice to go back to just not hearing about what the government's doing every day.
That's all I want.
But it's also like 5 years ago, I couldn't tell you fuck all that Obama was doing. To be totally honest, like there was a lot that's like, okay, you know, it's come out now. It's like, oh yeah, like the drone strikes are probably not good, and you know, there was a lot of stuff that was bad. But it was just like, I didn't worry about everything that was happening constantly, and I don't know. I don't know if it's good or bad that I care about politics now.
Yeah, I don't want it. I just want it to be dumb again, like just boring. Just
Yeah,
boring.
it would be nice for the controversy to just be like, he put Grey Poupon on a hot dog.
Tan
what
suit.
kind of
Tan
monster
suit.
have we elected?
Yep.
Now it's like, oh God, what kind of monster have we elected? Children are in cages at the border. And
Yeah, it's like President Obama saluted a soldier with a latte in his hand. That motherfucking liberal commie pinko. Fuck, you know, it's like,
Yeah,
what?
but he knows how to operate an umbrella.
yeah.
I believe he probably does. I still want.
I'm going to
someone
go on record
offer
and say
Trump,
as
like,
a
lot
fact
of money.
that former President Obama knows how to operate an umbrella. I'm just going to
Yeah.
I'm going to go on record.
President Obama knows how to operate an umbrella. Do you want a man like that in the White House?
Do you want me to DM BO and see what he says? I can send him
Don't
a DM.
abuse your privilege, man.
All right.
Yeah.
I just be like, yo,
block
you know how to operate an umbrella, right?
Be like,
Do I know how to operate an umbrella?
I've never abused that privilege, just so you know.
Well, I think the question is, what don't I know how to operate?
Is that his thing?
That's it, yeah.
That's how he ends
Yeah.
things, by just nodding a lot, inquisitively nodding.
At this point in his career, he's like,
Yeah.
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 He doesn't have to say much. You just,
No.
the things that are happening.
So the fact that I can direct message Barack Obama is the very definition of with great power comes great responsibility. I have never used it.
you're probably the most powerful person in this room, theoretically.
Could be. It could be.
It's true. Yep. We all have the power to vote. Right?
Yeah.
We
Right.
do.
We do.
We've got the power. Hooray.
All right. So I might see you on Saturday. I'll be in touch.
Cool. I hope you're able to come down. and
KIT.
I will text you all the pictures.
Enjoy your summer.
Yeah.
enjoy.
Thanks for letting me slide in your crack.
Stay sweet.
May your summer be like a roll of toilet paper, long and useful.
Man, the fuck.
All right. Good night, everybody.